Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into Nic-10 High School football here on Clutch Sports Media 815, presented by Exit Realty. Alongside my partner for today, Luke Weber, I am Trevor Larson, and we are so happy to have you joining us here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon for football here on the state line. We've got a matchup of two squads. The Freeport Pretzels come in after a disappointing 1-point loss last week to Boylan, and the Belvidere North Titans, who come in with a record of 1-0, trying to continue their tradition of excellence here in the Nic-10 Conference as they hope to capture a conference championship. Luke, thank you so much for joining us. We couldn't be happier to be coming to you at just a divine day for football here on this Saturday afternoon. Sunny, couple clouds, about 60 degrees, and we couldn't be happier to be bringing you this game. We're hoping for a good game. We're going to see a lot of rushing attempts by both squads here today.
Yeah, Trevor, we're talking about a beautiful Saturday, right? Like, if you look at the weather going into next week, we go back into the 80s and that. But, man, what a beautiful Saturday. Come out, have a good Nic-10 football game here, Trevor. I think you nailed it on the head there. Rushing today. I think today's possessions are going to be longer ones because I think both teams are just going to pound it on the ground today. And then those that can, end up in the end zone are going to be the difference maker today. But what a good test for Freeport coming out with Boylan week 1 and Belvidere North week 2. Like you just said, two of the powerhouses over the last few years. Can they come out and kind of steal a win today and kind of reshift the record a little bit, get the season going? As they kind of change opponents, obviously, going the next couple of weeks. But I think we're in for a fun game. Should be an exciting one for sure.
Both teams getting warmed up for today's action. Freeport wearing the white jerseys, got the black helmets, of course, those fanciful orange pretzels on the helmets. Belvidere North in their classic navy blue jerseys, the strong white lettering. Luke, one of the key things for Belvidere North this year, of course, Max Jones-Swan no longer with the team as he has graduated. So a new quarterback heading this rush-heavy offense, but as we've seen in years past, they've got a lot of returning starters, the wing back, the up back. So we're expecting a lot of interior handoffs, a lot of their guys trying to get in space out on the edges.
Yeah, they're going to go, 2 to 3 yards per play here, Trevor, 100% with that. Option type of wing T offense that they've been running in years past. And then they run that jet sweep to try to get their big plays. And, I think a couple games last year we saw them throw like 5 or less times. So, I don't see that changing too much going in with this team because of the history of the backs they have. They're older, they're really skilled with what they run. So, I think North kind of continues that tradition throughout this season as well.
Of course, Belvidere North, the home squad, coached by Jeff Beck. He's been with them for a number of years. Freeport coached by Anthony Dedman, getting ready to see this fantastic marching band for the Belvidere North Blue Thunder go through the school song as well as the national anthem as we're getting set for kickoff here in just a few moments. So we'll stay here with it. We'll go through the pregame festivities, and then we will get underway. Freeport did win the coin toss, and the PA announcer did say that they will receive So we're excited to see a pretty unfamiliar team here on Clutch Sports Media. Of course, Freeport, one of the furthest teams away from the Rockford Central region. Let's go down to the field and let's take a listen to this wonderful Belvidere North Blue Thunder marching band.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take this time to observe a moment of silence and remembrance for Coach Steve Disler, who passed away last December. Coach Disler had been a part of the Belvidere North football family for 4 years, coaching on both sides of the ball and making a lasting impact on our players for the time he was here. Coach Disler worked tirelessly with our coaching staff to put our players in a position to be successful on and off the field. Coach Disler will be missed. Please now join us for a moment of silence. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please face our flag. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as our Marching Thunder, under the direction of Mr. Wolfgram, drum majors Camille Galarza, Rachel Maroney, and Sophie Guyron, plays our national anthem. Thank you for that moment.
A nice rendition of our nation's national anthem here again by the wonderful Belvidere North Blue Thunder Marching Band. So, Luke, again, we mentioned it at the top. This Freeport team had a kind of a disappointing loss last week, but they put up a good fight against Boylan, one of the perennial powerhouses here in the Nic-10. They'll face off against another here on the road, this time against Belvidere North. We've seen them multiple times over the past few years have successful seasons, so they really got to come out hot here on the road if they're going to stay in this one and try to pull off the upset here on the road.
Yeah, Trevor, I agree. When you're the team that's kind of coming in under the radar a little bit, which I think Freeport was coming into the season, but coming in after that Boylan game where you finish, you lose by one, a tight game to, like I said, a team that's been really, really good over the last 10, 15 years in Nic-10. Can you come out and have some big plays, right? Can you kind of shock Belvidere North a little bit and, maybe get a big run, or maybe like a surprise, different type of play, trick play. Can you kind of get into that a little bit and make a bigger splash coming into a game where, again, I think people kind of, North has been that, top 3 team, top 4 team in the Nic-10 for a long time now. Can you do different today if you're Freeport? Kind of come out and change things a little bit early in the game would be huge for them.
Yeah, you mentioned it, a top 3, top 4 team in the Nic-10. Of course, we thought they had conference championship aspirations here in the past couple years, and they did. Fortunately for Coach Jeff Beck and this outstanding Blue Thunder squad, they have fallen just a tad shy these past 2 years. This year, it looks like they're going to have a strong team once again. So here at home, following a victory in Week 1, they want to come out and they want to make a statement. A lot of other teams are off today. Of course, Boylan playing, Harlem and Auburn finishing that game from last night. But a lot of other squads from around the Nic-10 are going to be off today. Maybe they're tuning into this matchup here today. So I'm sure they're going to want to put on a good show and show that they're once again going to be right at the top of the list at the end of the year here in the conference.
Yeah, and if you're North, you just want to come out and set the tone, right? Like you've been that team, you are that team. You just want to continue to have that success early. Again, control the offensive line, control the defensive line, both ways. Usually is North's success is when they control that line and are getting 3, 4, 5 yards of carry in that wing T type option offense. They can grind you, and then they put up a touchdown, 10, 12 plays into a drive. So Freeport defensively got to go off the field, 3 and outs, maybe 1 first down. But I think that's going to be key for them is how quickly they can get the ball back to their offense.
So a quick correction, Freeport did win the coin toss, but they have deferred to the second half. So Belvidere North is going to be receiving the ball as this one's going to be kicked out towards the 40, taken in there and down to the turf. So we'll see this Belvidere North offense come out on the field. Luke, what are we expecting out of them? I think we all know what their game plan is going to be here early.
Yeah, tight formations, maybe a tight end out a little bit, but a type of receiver, blocking receiver. But they're lining up, their offensive line with 2 backs and somebody in motion, and they're coming right at you. They're a downhill team, or have been in the years past, with maybe a little jet sweep here and there to kind of change things. But they're grinding up helmet to helmet here, Trevor, and they're going to try to forcefully control that offensive line and have success here.
Yeah, just 3 passing attempts in Week 1 per the stat sheet. So here is Belvidere North lining up in that classic formation. Freeport's got almost everybody up tight on the line of scrimmage. 8 men in the box, 1 high safety, 2 cornerbacks. Here's the motion man. Handoff's going to be kept by the quarterback and out to the 50, across the 50 now, as the first run of the ball game by Nicholas Tapia goes for a 12-yard gain and a first down, Belvidere North.
Yeah, what a great, fake there for Tapia again. I think the front 3 linemen for Freeport assumed the handoff was going to that front back, and then the linebackers kind of got out of formation there, and Tapia made him pay with a nice 11-yard gain there to start the day off for him.
Yeah, this squad's certainly one of the better at faking those handoffs up the middle. Of course, they've got a lot of experience in this type of offense. Once again, in that same formation, motion man is going to be Roman. Roman trying to come around the edge. He's got some space down the sideline, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds around the 30-yard line. A big run for the junior, Eric Roman, as he gets a big gainer here in the first quarter.
Yeah, there's that kind of that sweep, a toss play for them that kind of gets them outside the tackles offensively for North. And again, their receivers, they know their job. They got to get a nice block down the field, and that opened up that to a big carry for them. So great blocking there for number 6 by the receiver out here for North as well.
Benny's on the right, Roman on the left, Tapia under center. This one is going to be handed off up the middle. Nothing doing at that time as Trent Dinsmore is going to be stopped. Dinsmore, of course, playing both the up back position as well as on the defensive line. So he's a bit of a load to tackle if you're the up front men here for the Pretzels.
Yeah, Dinsmore's been doing this for a few years now at the varsity level, and he knows his role, and he does it very well for them to kind of be that, the real ground and pound guy getting those, 1, 2, 3 yard carries. So Dinsmore's been a, structured guy for them the last couple seasons.
This one is going to go to him again on the handoff. Not much doing that time, so we're going to have a 3rd and about 7 as he picks up 2 on that 3rd down gain. Like we mentioned, it just 3 passes in that first game of the season. sure that they're going to want to put something on tape. You think they're going to go to the air here on this 3rd and medium?
I think it's going to be another type of jet sweep. They're going to be in 4-down territory here, so they might not be trying to pick it all up at once. But if they do go to the air here, look for some type of rollout from Tapia. I think it's going to be kind of their game plan.
Roman in motion. Here is Tapia on the quarterback keeper, and he is going to get across the 1st down marker. He needed 6. He got 7. So his first run of the game goes for a 1st down as Belvidere North picks up another one here on their opening drive.
Yeah, again, I think the offensive line, early is just setting the tone for North. Trevor, they are, Tapia didn't get picked up there until 5-6 yards down after the carry. So that front line is doing a great job for them so far on this first drive.
Got Nathan Alexander split out wide on the near side. Another receiver up to the top of the screen. Roman in motion. This one's going to be taken by Tapia once again as he's going to be brought down that time. Looks like Zachary Matz on the tackle for the Pretzels as Tapia gains about a yard, maybe a yard and a half on that 1st down carry.
And I think Freeport, their defensive line, if they can kind of take on 1-2 blockers and have the backers come down and make those plays, that's how you keep North in the long 3rd downs, and that's where you may see that pass attempts or the tosses and that to kind of hit those big plays. But those interior linemen for Freeport are not necessarily trying to make the tackles, but they're trying to take out blockers and allow the backers to make those plays for them.
It's like number 65, Joshua Kaduk, is going to come off. He's going to be replaced by number 75, Blaine Becker, as Kaduk will get some attention here on the sideline. That one is going to be fumbled, and falling on top of it looked like it was Trent Dinsmore. So a great play to pick up that botched snap, as that could have been disastrous. Instead, it'll just be a 3rd and long here for the Blue Thunder offense.
Now, these are the plays that can, again, change the game here for Freeport. Can you put them to 4th and long and either make them have an attempt a field goal or, again, have to have them going for a 4th and 7, 4th and 8. Or if you give up, 4 or 5 yard carry here, that's getting North right back to where they feel comfortable. So big defensive play here for the Pretzels early on.
Looks like Kaduk's going to come back onto the field, so it might have just been an equipment issue for the offensive lineman for Belvidere North, as they're once again into that wing tee. This time 2 receivers, as this one's going to be pitched out to Roman. Roman trying to get to the sideline, still going, and he's going to dive, and looks like they're going to mark him out just shy of the goal line. A great run going to the left, as he's going to get all the way down to around the 3-yard line, but a big run once again for Eric Roman, the junior.
Receiver on the far side there, outstanding block, right? That held up the cornerback, allowed 20 Roman to get outside there and make a big carry, get him 1st and goal here.
It's going to be powerhouse smash mouth football here down by the goal line. Ball spotted at the 3. Tapia under center. This one's going to be handed off to Dinsmore. Dinsmore trying to get there, and he's going to be stuffed around the 2-yard line, but we're going to have this is also going to be 4-down territory here for Belvidere North, as they want to open up this game with a touchdown.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Trevor. I think, early you want to set the tone here. First drive, try to put 6 on the board. So I wouldn't be surprised here if it's another that option read, but it kind of giving Dinsmore another chance here, try to put one in.
Crowd making some noise, a bit unusual here as their offense is on the field. This one's going to be kept by Tapia, and he gets in standing up. Touchdown, Belvidere North. Nicholas Tapia with the first touchdown of the game, as Belvidere North takes an early 6-0 lead. 6 minutes on that drive. And Luke, I think if you told Coach Beck that's how the first drive's going to go, I think he'd take that every single time down.
I think he would sign that up on Wednesday, Trevor, for sure. You come out 6, half the quarter's gone. We're up 6-0. That's a great start for North, and another option read there by Tapia for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is through the uprights. So Belvidere North down a touchdown run by Nicholas Tapia. 1 run on the 1 yard on that touchdown carry for the senior quarterback, starting off this ball game. As after 6 minutes of action, Belvidere North on top of Freeport 7-0 here in the first quarter. Again, if you're just joining us here, thank you so much for choosing to spend your afternoon on Clutch Sports Media 815. Today's broadcast between the Freeport Pretzels and Belvidere North Blue Thunder is presented by Exit Realty. be sure to give Brian Botcher a call. Exit Realty. A big thank you to him and all our sponsors for making today's broadcast and all of our broadcasts this season available for you for free right here on Clutch Sports Media 815. So, Luke, after 6 minutes of offense by Belvidere North, we're going to have our first look of the day from the Freeport Pretzels. And I think for Coach Anthony Dedman, if his pretzel squad can respond in kind, I'm sure he would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think, defensively you would like to see them get off the field there at some point. Obviously, not want to give up a touchdown on the opening drive, but I think offensively here you got to stick to what your game plan is early. I don't think you try to, tweak things just yet, but I think if you're willing to kind of surprise Belvidere North a little bit, not a bad idea. But I would come out with whatever you plan going into the game. You stick to that this first drive here if you're Freeport.
This one's going to be driven down to around the 5-yard line, scooped up off the turf. Here's the return man for Freeport, still staying on his feet. Ball's on the turf, and that one is going to be recovered by Belvidere North as Dion Woodall puts it on the ground. And just like that, the Belvidere North are going to have the ball inside the red zone once again as a colossal mistake here early for the Pretzels.
Yeah, those are things you just don't game plan for, unfortunately. That's a great play by the special team for North to come in and get another extra possession here for their offense. But, again, not having your offense on the field for 6 minutes and then turn right around and give it back to them, you're looking to get yourself in some danger spots here for Freeport early in this game.
Yeah, especially after a 6-minute drive last time out. I'm sure the defensive line is a little bit tired. Here's Tapia. He's going to go back to pass. This one's going to be picked off. No, it's going to be dropped to the turf as Tapia's arm was hit on that pass attempt. A couple of guys for Freeport almost had an opportunity to pull that one in. Luckily, it goes to the turf for Belvidere North as they stay back out there on offense.
Yeah, that's great pressure there by Freeport up front. And, again, that's a play you're going to look back and be like, man, that's one we could have stole right back from North there with the interception. Hopefully that doesn't hurt Freeport with the drive here, but we'll see how that continues. But, man, that's one they want to have back.
So after the incompletion, it'll be 2nd and 10 here for Belvidere North. Ball spotted on the 18-yard line. This one's going to be handed off up the middle to Dinsmore, and he's going to be thrown back. Initial contact that time by number 59, Israel Goodman for Freeport, as the Belvidere North squad now going to be set up with a 3rd and very long 3rd and 11.
Yeah, Israel Goodman, 6'4", 220. That's a body right there, Trevor. Getting off the lineman there, making a great play for a loss of yardage. That's what you want to see now. And can you get this to be 4th and long and put the pressure on North to maybe try a field goal or another pass attempt? That's Freeport's game plan here.
This one is going to be whistled, and looks like we're going to have a false start on Belvidere North. Looks like there might have been some miscommunication. Of course, they always have one man in motion. I shouldn't say always. Usually they have one man in motion. Sometimes that might throw off the cadence or may throw off one of the guys on the outside who see some motion behind them. As it is, it's going to be 3rd and 16 now here for Belvidere North. So 3rd and long here for the Blue Thunder, as that penalty has pushed them back outside of the red zone. Ball spotted on the 24. Here's Tapia under center. He's got his running backs in formation. He's going to go back to pass, looking downfield. He's got a man, and that one is going to be incomplete. Looking for a flag are the Belvidere North coaching staff. They're not going to get one, as Jackson Johnson was on the target that time. Number 6, Nathan Alexander on the target that time, as that falls incomplete.
Now it's good, just a little bit out of reach there. Tapia threw a good ball where his guy could only get it, but it's just a little bit far out. And I thought, again, there was a little bit of contact, but I'd like the no call there by the referee crew.
So 4th and 16, North not going to go for it. They're going to try this field goal opportunity. Snap is good. Pressure, that one is blocked by Freeport, and that one is a big-time special teams play, as they fumbled on the kickoff return. Now they're going to block the field goal, keep points off the board, and Freeport going to be set up around the 30-yard line.
Now that's a great stop there. We needed if you're Freeport. Coming out there again after the kickoff return was fumbled to get out the field as quick as possible with no points. And you kind of flipped the field there with the blocked field goal, getting the ball closer to on the 30-yard line here for your offensive true first possession here for your offense. Oh, yep. Sorry, Trevor.
So after the blocked field goal, here's the first opportunity here for Freeport on offense. This one's going to be handed off to the fullback, and he is going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Big hit by none other than Eric Roman on defense. Seen him make a couple plays on offense. Now he puts his name on the stat sheet on the tackle.
Hit hard by number 20. That's Roman on the tackle. Second down for Freeport.
About a half-yard gainer on that first down play for Freeport. They're going to set up everybody in tight for them as well. Here is going to be the reverse play as that one's heading towards their sideline. Denarius Epps on the carry for Freeport. Doesn't do much with it, and they're going to be set up with a 3rd and long here as the ball spotted on the 32 following the blocked field goal just moments ago.
North's defense coming out and winning the line of scrimmage right now, Trevor, on their first defensive possession with Roman making a great play on first down. And again, you're giving up 2 yards in 2 plays. You're trying to get off the field, get that offense back, and get the ball as soon as possible.
So Peyton Woker, the quarterback for Freeport, under center. Similar formation as we've seen, as this one's going to be handed out wide once again. Here is a good run and hit from behind, but we're going to have a flag back towards the line of scrimmage as Epps was stopped just a couple of yards short of the first down. And they're going to say it's going to be a holding call against Freeport. We'll see what Coach Beck wants to do. Looks like they will accept the penalty and walk him back, trying to make it a 3rd and even longer. So again, wipe out that run by Epps, and it'll be 3rd and 17, 3rd and 18 here for the Pretzels.
3rd down, 3rd and 18 for Freeport. Back to the 22.
Ball's going to be moved back all the way to the 22-yard line, trying to get some space. I'm sure they love a big play, but don't want to be backed up this far if you're going to have to punt the ball away. Freeport going to spread out a little bit, 2 receivers to the bottom. Here's Woker looking back to pass, rolls out to the left. Now he's going to tuck it and run towards the out-of-bounds area, and he is hit very close to the sideline by Noah Rooney. No flag on the play. It's good, clean inbounds, and the Freeport Pretzels are going to be forced to kick this ball away.
Yeah, the penalty there obviously kind of halted the drive, right? You make it 3rd and 18. You would have been 3rd and short there off that jet sweep they ran. Now here's again special teams who can kind of win the field position here with a good punt or a return or a block here. Those things come in huge in these high school football games is where that, the start of possession can be for you.
So Noah Rooney and Ben Bucher back to receive as this one's going to be blown dead.
Offsides on the Thunder.
I say offsides, Belvidere North. So that'll give the Pretzels 5 more yards to work with. Won't change their mind here on the decision, but might allow them to get a little bit better field position here on defense.
Back deep is 22. Noah Rooney, also number 4, Ben Bucher in the backfield.
After the penalty, ball ready to play as we have another offsides penalty by Belvidere North. And that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 37, maybe 38-yard line. And that's going to be a 4th and short. See, 4th and 2, Luke. Does this change your mind here if you are the Freeport Pretzel coaching staff?
4th down, 4th, and now 2.
For me, it would. I would try to do something here, right? If I'm, again, kind of the underdog coming in, I kind of would maybe go out and try to get this first down, and I think that's what the timeout's going to come here, and I think Freeport's going to talk that over, Trevor. But, yeah, again, if I'm North, I may punt it, but I think if I'm Freeport today, I'm going to be a little aggressive and try to get this first down.
So we'll take a quick break to hear from our sponsors. You're watching high school football here on Clutch Sports Media 815. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Back here live at Belvidere North High School. Looks like the Pretzels are going to go for it. Walker under center. This one's going to be handed off on the reverse. Here's the running back Cameron Werner trying to get into space, and he will not be able to pick up the yardage. As Belvidere North Blue Thunder's defense stands true as they're going to force the turnover on downs. As again, Cameron Werner could not find any space out to the edge, and Belvidere North is going to be set up with great field position once again here on offense.
No, that internal pressure there by the front lineman by North made the play be extended even further out, and the linebackers and the corners for North made a great tackle there to again flip the field back to their offense and see if they can capitalize and extend their lead here.
Following the turnover on downs, Belvidere North going to take over. Tapia under center once again. Like they're staying tight here this time as this one is going to be pitched out wide. Man waiting for him, but a broken tackle by Roman, still on his feet. Spun around a couple of times as he picks up 4 yards. But could have been a lot worse as he was wrapped up initially near the line of scrimmage, but just kept those legs churning once again. And another nice play here for Eric Roman.
Yeah, it's a 1 to 2 yard loss initially, right, Trevor? That's where the initial contact came, was behind the line of scrimmage, and yet to carry that to a 4 or 5 yard carry, huge first down play there for North, and to keep their momentum going here offensively.
Getting close to the end of the first quarter here, about a minute to go, as this one's going to be taken by Tapia. Tapia is going to be dropped right around the first down marker. So we're going to say he's about a yard shy out to the 26. Needed the 25, but 3rd and 1 upcoming here for Belvidere North.
No, Tapia again making the right read there. Dinsmore kind of got hit early in that play there, and then Tapia kept it and obviously got a nice gain there to make it 3rd and short.
Need 1 yard to pick up the first down. Ball in the 26, first down marker at the 25. For Tapia and this Blue Thunder rushing attack that has been so impressive so far. This one's going to be handed off to the up-back Dinsmore. Just 2 yards on that carry, but that's going to be enough for the first.
Trevor, in the NFL, the Eagles played last night right against Packers, and they are always known for the tush push and their success there. Over the years we've been doing these games, we do a lot of North's been really good, so we do a lot of their games. I wonder what that 3rd and short, 4th and short percentage would be for them, just because Dinsmore has been such a powerhouse for them. They have such a huge success rate there on those 3rd shorts just because of their formations and the plays they run. But, man, that's a tough play to get off the field there.
Here's Tapia. Maybe one more play here in this first quarter as he is going to hand it off once again to the up-back Dinsmore as he gains 3 yards on that carry, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter. So after one, it's Belvidere North on top of Freeport, 7-0. You're watching high school football, the Nic-10 here on Clutch Sports Media 815, presented by Exit Realty. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. And welcome back here to Belvidere North High School, Milt Brown Stadium in beautiful Belvidere, Illinois, as the Blue Thunder are on top of the Pretzels here 7-0 after one. Week 2 of the Nic-10 schedule here underway. Here's Belvidere North still driving on offense, 2nd and 6 following that first down rush to end the first quarter by Trent Dinsmore. Tapia under center. He had a touchdown in that first quarter. He's going to take it once again. Still going, and a nice run once again by the senior quarterback as he gets down inside the 10. They're going to spot him at the 8. But another good run here by Tapia. Luke, he's looking like he knows what he's doing on offense here.
Yeah, I think he's been really successful with these, the front back with that fake and just kind of reading the interior lineman for Freeport. He's had some big runs here. Obviously, the touchdown was a short yardage one, but he's got 4 or 5 carries already of 7+ yards. So Tappy's doing a great job controlling this offense early.
Yeah, just the one faux pas, that botched snap that, of course, Belvidere North was able to pounce on. So he is once again going to be under center. And this one's going to be pitched out wide. Nothing but space, and a walk-in touchdown, Nolan Benny. And just excellent blocking that time. They had one defender out wide. The Pretzels did. A good block by the receiver, and Benny goes in untouched. Another touchdown for Belvidere North.
Yeah, they just, again, when you're ground to pound up front there, inside, and then Freeport brought, 7-8 in the box. The next thing you know, it's an outside play, and your corner has to win that off that block and does, and it's a walk-in touchdown there. So great return there after getting off the field on a 4th down and going up 2 scores here.
Extra point coming here for the Blue Thunder as that one is up, and it is good. So 2 touchdowns on the board, both coming by Belvidere North. That last one by number 9, Nolan Benny, who ran it in from 8 yards out as he puts the Belvidere North Blue Thunder up by a score of 14-0. Again, if you're just joining us, second quarter just underway here at Milt Brown Stadium in Belvidere North High School. Just a beautiful day for really anything outside here on the state line, but a wonderful day to take in a football game as we have a packed crowd here despite it being a Saturday. A lot of students I see down in the bleachers. Good crowd by Freeport. They have traveled well despite the distance from Freeport here to Belvidere as the Pretzels trying to get some momentum back here. Again, last time they had the kickoff return, a fumble by Dion Woodle set up a short field. Of course, Belvidere North was not able to convert on the field goal attempt. But if you're Coach Dedman, you're really wanting to put up some points here on this next drive here, Luke.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get this game away from you here in the second quarter because you just don't know how many possessions you're going to have left with the style of play that North has. So I agree, Trevor. They got to respond back here with a big drive and get one in the end zone themselves.
And that one on the ground, and it looks like it's going to be recovered once again by Belvidere North. So another special teams mistake here by Freeport, as I think someone was trying to jump on the ball. Might have been number 12, Dwayne Mosley Jr. Luke, I think it might have been just better for them if they were to just let that ball maybe trickle out of bounds, as I think that one might have gone across the boundary. tough to tell. As it stands, it's going to be touched by the Freeport player and then recovered again here by Belvidere North.
Yeah, kind of that short pooch kick, right, Trevor? And you're just kind of in no man's land. But you got to either just make a decision, let it go out, or go up and make a play there, one or the other. And he kind of hung out there, wasn't able to get that one caught. Now North's in great position to extend this lead even more.
Tapia is going to be under center. Just moments ago, they've put up a touchdown. Here's a good run. Time looks like it was handed off to number 2, Jamie Bosk.
That's number 24 on the tackle.
As he gains 6 yards on that first down carry. Brayson Whitty on the tackle for the Pretzels.
Yeah, again, they're just a machine right now offensively, Trevor. That front line's getting great push. I mean, these front backs, and then the touchdown were untouched, but I mean they're getting 4 or 5 yards, at ease here right now. So Freeport's got to stay tough here, get a nice play, and try to push this offense back a little bit.
This one going to be handed off to the up back once again. Not a lot of room, but still, as you mentioned, great push up front as he's going to be dropped right around, and they are going to give him a first down on that carry. And Luke, if you're Freeport, you're trying to stay in this game, but it feels like the defense has been out there basically the entire game so far. Almost all 14 minutes, it seems like the defensive line has been out there for the Pretzels. And that's not a winning formula.
No, you're going to get gas early, right, with just numbers, so agreed, Trevor. Got to find a way to get off the field here defensively.
Here's Tapia. He's going to keep this, pitch it out wide. More space for Benny as he stays on his feet, but forced to the boundary by number 52 for Freeport, as that is going to be another nice gain here. 5 yards on that first down carry as Belvidere North inches ever closer to the red zone once again. Ball spotted on the 26 following the first down 5-yard run.
Yeah, offensively for North, everything is just clicking right now. So that front play, where they run the front back up the middle there has gotten 4 or 5 yards. It's able to get outside because now that box has become even more and more filled by Freeport, adding 7, 8 guys inside the box. So North is just having their way right now offensively.
This one is going to be blown up in the backfield. A great play that time by number 1, Cameron Werner. Just shed his block on the get-go, and that might be the play that the Pretzels needed as they're going to force them back to the 30-yard line, set up a 3rd and 9.
Now, again, that's a huge play, Trevor, like you said, because now there's 3rd and 9. North's going to have to try to either get something a little bit out of their comfort zone, but again, when you've been kind of running everything successfully, everything's in your comfort zone. But these longer 3rd downs and 4th downs is where North gets a little bit off key a little bit and not having the same success when they have short because of their style of play here.
See what the field goal range is if Belvidere North can pick up a couple of yards. Here again, 3rd and 9 on the 30-yard line as we are going to have a stoppage, and it's going to be a timeout
Blue Thunder.
by the Belvidere North Blue Thunder as they mull things over. Belvidere North on top 14-0. You're watching high school football here on Clutch Sports Media 815, presented by Exit Realty. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois. As we are back here at Milt Brown Stadium, Belvidere North leads the Freeport Pretzels 14-0. 9 and some change here left to go in the second quarter. As Belvidere North trying to pick up some yardage, make this a 4th and manageable. Freeport trying to make a play here to get off the field on defense. Tapia checking at the line. motioning out to his receivers, might be seeing something through the air. As he's going to go back to pass. This one is going to be intercepted by Freeport. On the run back is Waddell, and he is going to be dropped at the 33-yard line. And a big play by the Pretzels defense to get off the field. They force the turnover, and that might be the changing point where they steal some momentum back in this one.
Yeah, exactly. That's where that play before, again, changed the way North had to call their plays there. And then you go out and make a great catch there. You get the field in a good spot here offensively, too. Now you got to go out and sustain a drive, though. You can't give it right back to North if you're Freeport. Go get one in the end zone and get right back in the game here would be absolutely huge and make this competitive again on the scoreboard.
Interception by Dion Waddell, number 10. He had the fumble earlier on the kickoff. Makes up for it here by intercepting that pass. Here is a handoff up the middle, and nothing doing that time. Number 10, Trent Dinsmore on the stuff. Seen him carry the ball a few times here in this one. Now gets the stuff on first down. In fact, they'll say it's going to be a tackle for loss. They'll say he was dropped 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 11 here for Freeport.
Yeah, Freeport offensively, obviously, they've been on the field for 5 plays, and they just haven't been able to get a rhythm going yet. And that's, you know, their offensive line and their skill players just got to find something big here and you know, get something going offensively.
Woker under center. This one's going to be swung out wide, but we're going to have a false start.
False start against Freeport.
As that'll back him up 5 more yards, so 2nd and 16 now here for the Pretzels.
Freeport will get backed up 5 yards. It'll remain 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 16.
So 2nd and 10 here for Freeport. Trying to find something here on offense. Haven't been able to get anything in a rhythm as they have been on the field for just a handful of plays. Here's Woker back to pass. Now it's going to scramble out to the left, looking downfield, and tries to get it to his receiver. Looks like that was get a number for you in a moment, but that one falls incomplete as he was moving to his left towards the sideline. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 16 for the Pretzels.
Yeah, the two pass plays they've ran, Trevor, he's got a rollout going to kind of the short side of the field, and I just would like to see him kind of flip that a little bit, right? Get to the open side, maybe he can get out and make a play himself or find some more in open space to get a big play here offensively.
That target might have been Dwayne Mosley Jr. as 3rd and long here for Woker. Throws the slant, complete, and that's going to be back out to the original line of scrimmage, Davion Douglas.
Number 13, Douglas.
Bit of a score update here. Boylan on top of East, 23-0, about halfway through the 3rd quarter. As looks like the Freeport Pretzels are going to be forced to kick this one away as they're backed up too far, too long to go here inside their own territory. Two returners deep for Belvidere North. That's Bucher once again alongside, looks like Eric Roman. As this one's going to be kicked up, and that one's going to hit the turf around the 39. Takes a 1.5 yard bounce. Touchdown there by number 14, Zachary Matz. As that one is going to be spotted down the 38-yard line. So Belvidere North back here on offense. So, Luke, they've had great success here in both the 1st and 2nd quarters. Had the opportunity to put some points up on the board. They had a blocked field goal, but 2 touchdowns on their 2 offensive drives. Of course, an interception last time out. We'll see what the coaching staff for Belvidere North has in store here. Tapia takes this one, hands it off. No, he's going to keep this one, and he's going to gain 2, maybe 3 yards on that carry.
Yeah, and that's just a difference, right, Trevor, of kind of those teams that have separated themselves over the last few years is their mistakes, right, with the blocked field goal and now the interception. They've been able to go out and get 3 and outs, right, where Freeport's had some fumbles and things like that where they've kind of just put themselves in harm's way of trying to get back in this game and get something on the scoreboard. And North has just said, hey, you know what? We're okay with it. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. We got another stop here, and now again they get 3-yard carry on 1st down and right back to what they've been doing all game.
North going to line up in that tight formation. Now receiver's going to split out wide. That's Jordan Lloyd, number 25, near the right hash mark. This one's going to be handed off up the middle. And another nice play on the interior that time. Looks like Israel Goodman once again on the tackle. Had some good plays up front, limiting some of those interior handoffs. And it's going to set up 3rd and now 5 from the 43-yard line.
Yeah, can Freeport defensively here, can they make it 4th and medium or 4th and long to have maybe, North punt the ball back to them? I think, again, just the way that offensive line's been controlling the game so far, if it's a 3-4 yard carry, I can see North lining up and going for it with what they've been doing. So can Freeport get a nice play here to help maybe get a punt back to get the ball back?
Tapia's going to pitch this one to Benny. Benny with some space, and he gets all the way across midfield out to the 46-yard line inside Freeport territory. And another nice big run by the senior running back, Nolan Benny, at the touchdown earlier this quarter. Now picks up a critical 3rd down for the Blue Thunder.
Again, continuing the drive, getting out and making those key 3rd down conversions, and able to just sustain things right now for North has been the difference, and then obviously putting in 2 touchdowns. But the difference is they even have the time of possession is just huge for them in their favor.
This one's going to be pitched to Bucher. Bucher trying to get outside, throws a stiff arm as we're going to have a flag back around where the receiver and defensive back were engaged in a block. So we'll see if this one is going to come back. Yes, indeed. They're going to say it's going to be a holding penalty out there. Might have sprung Bucher a little bit further. That's why he was able to get those extra yards at the tail end of the run. But it'll be wiped out, and it'll be a hold.
Holding against Thunder. The flag across the field.
That'll push the ball back to the 45-yard line. Of course, 10 yards from the spot, so the
first down still.
Spot will still result in a 1st and now 9 here for Belvidere North.
Thunder's looking at a 1st down, but
so we're under 6 minutes to go here in this first half of football. Belvidere North on top of the Pretzels 14-0 and driving. Tapia under center. This one's going to be handed off or kept.
Tapia will keep the ball.
Tapia did end up keeping that one. Both men were tackled almost instantaneously, but good leg drive once again leads to positive yardage here for Belvidere North. Tapia picks up 3 yards on that 2nd down play. Excuse me, that 1st down play. Now 2nd and 6 from the 41. North in that slow and methodical type offense, using a lot of clock here in the 2nd quarter. Tapia is going to try to pitch this one out wide, but we're going to have another false start. And we've seen a number of those here in this first half of action, Luke. And, we've always known that Belvidere North is a very disciplined team. Of course, you have to be in this type of offense, but some penalties here pushing them back hasn't really affected the game so far, as they're still in control of this one, but certainly something that they're going to want to clean up here as the week moves by.
Yeah, as you get going, right, you're getting into these later in the season, come postseason, those are, small details that can hurt you, because again, we went from 2nd to 4, 2nd and 5 to now it's 2nd and 10, and again, you got to kind of tweak what you're doing offensively with those small penalties like that. And so, agree, good teams will get that wrapped up and continue to get better with those going forward.
Here's going to be a pitch out to Bucher. Bucher throws a stiff arm, breaks the tackle, still going, and he is going to be popped out of bounds, but not after a 12-yard run for the big man back there, 6'1", 190, and he looks all of it as he was able to shove off one tackler and got that 1st down. Another impressive run here for Belvidere North.
Yeah, again, had a chance to kind of make a nice play there defensively for Freeport if you make an open field tackle. And Bucher just said not right now, because he's been a difference maker with these big plays. And in us, again, 1st downs on 2nd and long is right up where North wants to do. And now we're under, 5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, and Freeport's ran 8 plays, 6 plays, something like that offensively, and just struggling to get the ball back.
And we're going to have a flag here, as that one's going to be handed to the up-back Dinsmore. And it looks like we're going to have an illegal formation on Belvidere North. They're going to say a false start, so wipe that play out.
Illegal formation in the backfield.
So these are, again, just penalties that hinder what you've been doing a little bit here. Obviously, the game has been in their favor so far. But against the next level teams, they're going to want to get these cleaned up for sure, Trevor, because now you're looking at 1st and 15 or 2nd and 12, whatever. Long plays, just aren't in favor of them with the style that they play.
So a correction, that was indeed an illegal formation penalty, and we've seen a number of those here for Belvidere North. And looks like we're going to have a timeout as Coach Beck and this Belvidere North coaching staff wants to talk some things over. You're watching Clutch Sports Media 815. We've got Nic-10 high school football here presented by Exit Realty. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. And we are back here to Milt Brown Stadium at Belvidere North High School, where Belvidere North is leading the Freeport Pretzels by a score of 14-0. About 4.5 minutes left to play here in this second quarter. Belvidere North has the ball inside Freeport territory. Ball on the 37-yard line. Their offense has been on the field almost the entire first half of play. Here's a pitch over to Roman. Roman trying to get the edge, and he'll hurdle his way out past the 30 down to the 28-yard line. So a nice pickup there on 1st and 15, 7 yards. He'll be 2nd and 7 now here for Belvidere North.
That's just a great first down play for them to get anywhere it's 2nd and manageable, where we know we can run whatever we want from here. And that's what North's been doing is, again, any mistake they've made, they've just come right back and made up for it and had bigger plays coming forward.
Tight formation here as another nice play by number 1 for Freeport, Cameron Werner. Second time we've seen him in there blowing up a play right around the handoff area as he drops the running back Dinsmore back for a 1-yard loss, setting up a 3rd and 8 now here for Belvidere North. And like we were talking during that break, the illegal formation penalties looks like it might be something to do with how the wide receivers or guys on the end of the formation might not be lined up properly. So some heated conversations between the coaching staff and players as they try to get that fixed here moving forward. So 3rd and 8 now following the 1-yard loss. This one's going to be pitched out wide, and it's going to be a throwback and intercepted by Freeport, their 2nd pick of the game. This is Jalen Campbell, and that's going to be a hit towards the sideline. They're going to say it's going to be late out of bounds, and they're going to have some extra yardage tacked on following the 2nd interception of the half here for the Pretzels.
Yeah, North just getting a little bit out of their comfort zone there, right? You're lining up and winning the line of scrimmage. Just kind of change things up there with a trick play. And Freeport's been ready and made great, defensive stops in the passing game, which, they've had struggles with the run. But, their corners and defensive backs obviously have made 2 great plays. And we should have had a 3rd interception with that drive earlier where they had the drop. And now, the penalty is going to add more yardage for them here. Freeport's got, some time here, just under 3 minutes, 2 timeouts left, Trevor. They got to get something going here and see if they can have some success here because they get the ball here to start this 3rd quarter as well. Get right back in the game.
Yeah, both interceptions, coming following a 3rd and long. That time it was a halfback pass. Just couldn't quite drive the ball down the field. And an interception by, again, Jalen Campbell. As Freeport now has the ball following the penalty yardage on the 37. Here is Woker. Woker looking off to the left, and receiver slips, falls down. Davion Douglas, the man on the target, might have been able to pull that one in if he kept his feet, but it's going to go down as an incompletion, and we'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, trying to hit these kind of quick routes, some outs. They hit a slant here last drive. Those are the kind of things they're just trying to get their skill guys maybe in some open fields, maybe miss some tackles. But we got here just a couple minutes left in the quarter and see if they can kind of get something going here in the passing game.
Yeah, Coach Dedman would love some points here before halftime. As you mentioned, they will get the ball back at half as they deferred in that first half. So they will receive to start off the third quarter. Here is Woker under center, and a ball on the turf, and it's going to be Belvidere North football. As a bad snap that time, they put it on the turf, and an interception a couple plays ago. Now a fumble recovery as Belvidere North now takes over as they have an opportunity to put some points up before halftime.
Yeah, Freeport offensively just not helping themselves at all today. Just short drives, a turnover, 2 early punts. Just again, putting their defense in some tough positions here to keep the game, manageable as we head in the half here. And now we'll see what North can do here, on their side of the field in under 3 minutes. But, North is just, again, the next step here after their mistakes has fired right back and made up for it.
2 receivers out wide here for Belvidere North. Tapia under center. Roman in motion. He's going to get the ball on the pitch out. A great play, but he busts through the tackle. And the ball on the turf. Let's see what the call is. Waiting, and it's going to be Freeport ball. They say he was not down, and another turnover, the third in the last 7 plays, as it's going back and forth here towards the end of the second quarter.
Some sloppy play here by both teams. Both defenses making good plays, but just not what we're used to seeing out of Belvidere North. They've been very good over the last couple of years here, taking care of the ball, and that's their 3rd turnover of the half. Again, having Freeport just see some success here, some type of momentum going into the 3rd quarter where their coaching staff can see that and kind of game plan off some positive offensive plays here.
So new life for Freeport's offense as they really got to get something going here. 2.5 minutes left to play here in the quarter. Here's Woker back to pass, 5-step drop, now flush, moving off to his left, looking downfield, and that one's going to go out of bounds. A smart decision that time as nobody was open there towards the sideline. As it's going to fall incomplete, bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, early pressure there by North's defensive line got him off his spot and on the move on the rollout. I think that was supposed to be just a drop back, be able to see the play in front of him, but the pressure got him off his spot. Again, North winning the line of scrimmage has been a huge key for them in this early lead as we are just under 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
2nd and 10 for the Pretzels.
Yeah, might have heard the PA announcer, but the fumble recovery was by Israel Goodman just a few plays ago. It's been one of the interior disruptors for Freeport. As now they have this one here, 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line. Well, less than 2.5 minutes to go as Freeport tries to get something going here on offense. As there's some miscommunication with the quarterback as Freeport's going to be forced to take their 2nd timeout of the half. You're watching high school football here on Clutch Sports Media 815, presented by Exit Realty. Siler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Siler. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. And we are back here at Milt Brown Stadium, Belvidere North High School, where the Blue Thunder lead the Pretzels by a score of 14-0. Turnover just a few moments ago by Belvidere North. Freeport has this one second and long. Here is the jet sweep, a handoff to Werner. But really just nothing doing here on offense for Freeport. And Luke, you can count on your hand the number of times Freeport has gained positive yardage here on offense, as they have really struggled to do anything. This ferocious pass rush and rush defense by this defensive line for Belvidere North has really made life difficult for their offense today.
Yeah, the contact, if you wouldn't just seen where, the first contact's made on both defensive sides, Freeport's 3-4 yards down the field defensively, where Belvidere North's been behind the line of scrimmage, making great pressure on the Freeport offense.
There's Woker pressured immediately, and that one just toots all. He was lucky to be able to get rid of that one before he was sacked for a massive loss. And that'll bring up 4th and 10. Excuse me, 4th and 9, as they're going to be forced to punt this ball away.
Yeah, again, just winning the battle up front, right, Trevor? Like, he's not even through his drop back yet, and he's getting pressure put on him. So North has just been, again, outstanding up front defensively, and they're going to get the ball back with just under 2 minutes and a couple timeouts, or one timeout left for them. So be interested to see what kind of game plan they go in here, possibly with their last drive.
2 return men deep back for Belvidere North, as this punt is going to be away towards the middle of the field. It's going to hit the turf and take a nice roll for Freeport. And it'll be dead around the 30-yard line. So, nice punt there for the special teams unit for Freeport, as they try to hold off Belvidere North from scoring here. 1.5 minutes left to go. As you mentioned, Luke, just one timeout. I know North is going to want to put some more points on the board, but their struggles through the air here today, they might just be happy to take this lead into halftime.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the first couple plays, what their strategy is here. If they're just going to get a couple of yards here, Trevor agreed, they're just going to go in with the half and be happy to be up 14-0 with that, dominating defensive performance so far. But if you get a couple big plays here and you flip the field, then they get kind of more adventurous offensively and see if they can extend the lead. So interesting to see here what they call on first down.
Alexander Jokey, the receiver down here near the numbers. As looks like they're just going to hand this one up the middle. Got just 1 yard, so it might look like, we'll see maybe what they do here on second down, but as we suspected, it looked like they might just be content to take this 14-0 lead into halftime, as no real urgency coming in from the sideline. As we take around 1 minute left to go here in the second quarter.
Minute 5 on the clock.
Jokey once again, the receiver to the bottom of the formation. And this is going to be pitched out wide to Benny. Benny trying to get the corner, but another nice play on the perimeter by Freeport, as they have, outside of the touchdown earlier in this second quarter, they haven't allowed too much going that way here in the second, as looks like they've made some nice adjustments coming down on the field, as this will bring up 3rd down and perhaps the last play of the half.
No, Freeport defensively, again, after that first drive, with the situations they've been put in, I think I'd be very happy to, defensively going into half, only be down 14-0 with the lack of success they've had offensively and put them in some bad spots with some turnovers and that. So, again, I agree, Trevor. They made some great game plan changes and had a lot of success in the second quarter.
Looking down, and we're going to have a timeout here by Belvidere North. 8 seconds left to play. We'll keep it here before halftime. But, Luke, as you mentioned just a moment ago, this Freeport defense has really been impressive here in this first half. I know the score is 14-0, but, really it's just been field position for Belvidere North's offense, as they've got the ball in some advantageous positions, and they've been able to punch it in twice. Outside of that, they have forced 3 turnovers. And, it's really just been their offense. With the way the defense has been playing, if you can get this effort every week, you're going to like your odds. But they've got to find something here on offense, as they have just been unable to do anything so far, either on the ground or through the air.
Yeah, like I said, the first drive, North got the kickoff, went 6 minutes, put one on the board with a 1-yard carry. But, again, the second one was on their side of the field. North came out, got a stop, and got the ball back. And then since then, like I said, they forced 3 turnovers. They gotten off the field a couple times. With great defensive stops. But, yeah, when you're putting a lot of pressure on that defense when 24 minutes of football, I bet the defense been on the field for 21 of them, Trevor, right? I mean, that's a lot to ask out of your defense, keep getting stops against a very good, pressure offense that North does a little differently by pressure. I mean, that offensive line and the style is just different.
Likely the last play of the half, as a nice run by Dinsmore will get him out across the first down marker. They will stop the clock for just a moment as they'll reset the chains, but that'll be it for the end of the first half. So after 24 minutes of play, Belvidere North on top of Freeport, 14-0. Touchdowns coming by quarterback Nicholas Tapia and the wideback Nolan Benny for Belvidere North. 6 turnovers in that half. Freeport will get the ball back at halftime, like we just talked about Freeport. But what have you liked out of Belvidere North so far? Is their defense, not for nothing, their defense has also been playing really, really well here today.
Yeah, 6 quarters in, 0 points allowed. That's a good defensive effort by Belvidere North. Trevor, they've capitalized too, right, on their offensive mistakes that they usually don't have. When they went out and had a couple turnovers, that defense has been stout. And, I mean, I don't know if Freeport, obviously, I don't think that they've had a first down yet. So, I mean, that's going into half as the defensive coordinator for North. Is very proud of that effort as well. So being excited to get that going too. And not mad to be defensively coming out of the third quarter because that's been their best side of the ball for the first half as well.
So we will take a break here for halftime. Again, score at the half, Belvidere North 14, Freeport nothing. Yeah, last night the scores: Guilford over Belvidere 21-7, Hananiga on top of Jefferson 48-8. Harlem was up 20 over Auburn with 6 before that game was suspended. It will resume here this afternoon. And then Boylan was up over East earlier in the third quarter. They were dominating, in control of that one. So again, we'll take it back here a few minutes before halftime to get you prepped for a second half action. Again, score at the half, Belvidere North 14, Freeport nothing. You're watching high school football here on Clutch Sports Media 815, presented by Exit Realty. Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! And welcome back here to Milt Brown Stadium at Belvidere North High School. We're getting set for second half action. Belvidere North on top of the Freeport Pretzels 14-0. This is Nic-10 High School football here on Clutch Sports Media 815. Today's broadcast presented by Exit Realty. And Luke, that first half, we talked about it a little bit going into it, but a lot of sloppiness, I would say, from both sides. Both sides had 3 turnovers. Belvidere North on top 14-0. They were able to capitalize on some chances, but I think both teams are really trying to clean some things up here in the second half. And Freeport, they've got to get going on offense.
Yeah, Freeport definitely has to find a way to have either a big play out of this kickoff return or something in the passing game, Trevor, just to have some type of momentum offensively and get something on the board, but also just to sustain something as well, because we talked a little bit there right before the end of the half, and I'm not joking. I think you would agree with me that I think their defense was on the field for like 20, 21 minutes out of the 24 minutes, which is longer, right, because of just time itself, but, it's just something that they need to get a little bit more sustain and first downs early in this third quarter to try to make this the scoreboard look a little bit more competitive than what the games may be, and just offensively for them.
And for Belvidere North, I'm sure they're going to want to continue some success. They got 2 touchdowns, but they did run into some issues on offense. Of course, that 1 touchdown, as we talked about, a 6-minute drive to open up the game. They had another one with good field position. Outside of that, they've also had some issues moving the field. They also had a blocked field goal. But we're going to be interested to see what both squads can do as we get ready for second half action. And Freeport returning, they deferred, so they will get the ball back. They've had some issues here on special teams. This one going to be fair caught around the 40, and a good decision that time by Dwayne Mosley Jr. as Freeport's going to be set up near the halfway mark of the field, as they'll start with good field position here to open up the third quarter. They're going to spot the ball exactly on the 40-yard line. But Luke, the first kickoff by the Belvidere North squad that did not result in some trouble for Freeport. So now they finally are able to start off with some good field position here on offense. Walker starting the half under center. 2 wing backs and an up back. This one is going to be handed off to the up back, and a good run on first down. 3 yards and some dust by Cameron Werner. So a positive play to start off this second half for Freeport.
Yeah, that's just something we haven't said at all, if any, right now, is a positive play for Freeport. Right, they had 1 catch in the first half there. They got a few yards, but it was 3rd and long, so they ended up having to punt. But again, this is something that they just haven't seen, and again, having some success is going to get that momentum and get things rolling for them.
2nd and 7.
And a tight formation here for the Pretzels. Man in motion is number 6, Denarius Epps. This one's going to be handed off to Werner again, and he's going to get close to the first down marker. In fact, they will say that he is going to pick up a first down. So if I'm not mistaken, Luke, I think that might be the first down of the game for Freeport, as they finally have something going here in the...
No, I think that is 100% their first down, Trevor. I'm with you. But again, that's 2 plays in a row where the offensive line has winning their battles, which we didn't see at all in the first half. So maybe some adjustments there with some blocking schemes coming out. But, again, seeing 2 nice runs for them is going to get things open up maybe for some of their skill guys on the outside.
Werner, of course, going over 100 yards last week, as this is going to be a roll by Woker. He's got some space towards the edge, trying to get out, and a good decision at that time by number 22, Noah Rooney, to pull up. Just kind of gave him a little bit of a push out of bounds. No late hit that time, as Woker's able to regain the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 from midfield.
No, good pursuit there by the defensive line or linebackers in the corners there, just to contain him and push him towards the sideline where he couldn't get, north and south there. So, again, good defensive play there on first down by North. And now, again, Freeport going to see if they can get back to that run game a little bit here.
2nd and 10 from midfield. Freeport on the opening drive of this half just picked up their first down of the game. Here's Woker. He's going to hand this one outside to Epps, and a great tackle in space that time by Noah Rooney, able to wrap him up behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to break that one. He had some open space. Instead, he's dropped for a 1-yard loss.
No, good open field tackle there by Belvidere North. Again, just pursuing these things where early in the game we gave credit to the receivers for North for their blocking. Freeport's receivers kind of need to come out and sustain those blocks so they can get their speed guys out a little bit to the outside.
Woker under center, man in the slot down towards the bottom of the formation. 3-step drop, he's pressured, looking downfield. He's going to throw this one wide open, and a catch by Zachary Matz as a big play, the biggest play of the game for Freeport, gets them 2 yards shy of the red zone, and a first down conversion on 3rd and long.
Yeah, Woker there for Freeport was able to extend the play, getting outside the tackle, but he reset himself, made a nice throw there, and again, the first big play we've seen out of this Freeport passing game, and again gets them now into the red zone and an opportunity to kind of get back on the board here.
29-yard gain.
29 yards on the reception officially, as Freeport trying to put up some points here on the first drive of the half. Here's Woker, and we're going to have a false start on the end line. So that's number 51, Matthew Sack, and he knew it right away, so that'll back him up 5 yards. So 1st and 15 from the 27-yard line here for Freeport. They tried to put up some points here in the second half of action. Woker under center, 3 receivers in formation, slot on the right, 2 guys outside. Here's Woker. He's going to hand this one up to the up back. And just not a lot doing that time. Good tackle in space that time by Jamie Bosky. He drops him around the original line of scrimmage.
Jaime Bosque.
Second and 14 here for the Pretzels. Here's a pass again by Woker, and that one is going to be incomplete.
Pass intended for number 8,
Logan Von Chan on the coverage that time.
There to break it up, Logan Von Chan.
It'll be another 3rd and long. They picked up a 3rd and long last time.
Second down.
And a big pass play to Zachary Matz.
Excuse me, 3rd down.
Yeah, good interior pressure there by the defensive line by North. Again, gets Woker off his spot a little bit, speeds up that read into the passing game for him. So just having that pressure gets things a little bit off mesh for him and a little off keel in these pass attempts so far.
Again, 2 running backs, 3 receivers for the Pretzels, and some confusion, and we're going to have a false start. That one was recovered, but looked weird to begin with.
It'll back them up 5 more.
Might have been a snap infraction, but some disjointment on the offensive line that time. You could tell there was a penalty right away. So it was recovered, but no play. So the Freeport Pretzels will maintain possession. They'll be backed up another 5 yards, 3rd and 19.
3rd down, 3rd and 19.
Yeah, again, come up that big pass play, Trevor. Freeport, again, just not helping themselves here. Two penalties, pushed them back. With only getting 1 yard of it back, and now it's 3rd and 19, and just have not had success in offensively here so far. This game is not helping themselves by pushing themselves back even further.
Woker looking for a big play. He drops back, throws it over the middle. He's got a man, and a nice reception that time by Jalen Campbell. He's going to be just shy of the first down marker. He needed 19. Looks like they're going to say he got 18. But if I am Anthony Dedman and the Freeport coaching staff, this is 4-down territory. I think they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, 100%, Trevor. You got to get back in the game. Got to get something on the board here. So agree with you. I like the strategy here of going for it. See if they can win that battle and get something up the middle with Werner and get this 4th down converted.
Woker under center. Belvidere North crowd making some noise. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he is able to get the first down as Werner, the man you said, picks up a nice chunk of yardage there. Maybe give him 7 yards, as that's going to be a first down. And the Freeport Pretzels inside the 10 for the first time here today. Ball spotted at the 8, 1st and goal.
Yeah, can the linemen again win their blocks up front for Freeport? I could see kind of something similar on first down to try to get this inside the 5. Just a little Werner dive up the middle. I kind of like this play for him going forward just on this possession.
They're going to be in tight here on 1st and goal. Man in motion is number 6, Epps. Woker under center. This one's going to be handed off to Werner, and he is swallowed up near the line of scrimmage. 4 or 5 tacklers on him in an instant, and a nice play there on first down by this Belvidere North defensive line.
Yeah, offensively you want to win the blocks, right? Defensively you want to shuck them, and that's what happened there. North, again, like you said, Trevor, 4 guys were before he even got back to the line of scrimmage. So great stop on the first down to push this out even further. Way to dig in there for the North defense inside, the 10, the goal here.
So 2nd and goal from the 8 once again. Woker under center. It is going to be play action, looking deep and incomplete. Maybe some miscommunication that time. Target man was Denarius Epps. Don't think he ever saw that ball until it was past him, as that falls incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd and goal now here from the 8-yard line.
Yeah, maybe some miscommunication on the routes, or it didn't seem like very in sync flow there offensively for Freeport on that pass play. Hopefully in the huddle here we're getting things under control and see what they can do here in their passing game. Get Woker maybe on a rollout here, try to get him in open field.
So there are going to be 3 receivers in formation, 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top for Woker under center. Here's a snap, 3-step drop, looking off to the right, and it is a touchdown. Freeport on the board. Nice catch that time by Davion Douglas. Sat on his route right at the goal line, perfectly in time by the throw by Peyton Woker. And the Freeport Pretzels put up points here on their first drive. They go down and pick up 6.
What a great response coming out of half, right? You come down, the passing game gets going a little bit. Werner with a big couple carries there to extend their drive as well. Great game plan adjustment there, obviously, and then going out and having success for them offensively gets them right back in the game here with a touchdown and hopefully the extra point.
Chase Jasminski on the extra point attack. Werner to hold. That one kind of skipped, but it is going to be up and good. Might have been tipped, but it's good either way. As the Freeport Pretzels march down, they chew up 7 minutes of clock. 2 very crucial conversions, a 3rd and long and a 4th and 1. And just like that, Luke, the Pretzels back in this game. Let's see what their defense can do to respond here as they trot out for their first opportunity of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, defensively in the first half, able to keep the game close, 14-0 obviously at halftime. And then go in, sit down, have a game plan coming out offensively was huge for Freeport. Great drive there, great conversions. Woker, had some big passes, obviously one for the touchdown. 3rd and long conversion as well. So couldn't be excited more if you're a Freeport fan coming out with a 7-minute drive and get you on the board back in the game.
So again, the touchdown that time, Peyton Woker to Davion Douglas, senior to junior. As Freeport will kick it off for the 2nd time here in this ball game. As Belvidere North now looks to respond on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter. That touchdown, Belvidere North on top, 14-7. And a great day for football here on Clutch Sports Media 815. You're watching Belvidere North and the Freeport Pretzels. Today's broadcast brought to you by Exit Realty. Here from wonderful Milt Brown Stadium. Always a joy to be here. This excellent press box, as that one's going to be skipped on the ground. And a nice play that time by number 8, Jackson Johnson for Belvidere North. Was able to just get that one in midair, fall to the turf, as the Belvidere North squad going to come out on offense. And Luke, we talked about it. They had the one good drive. And outside of that, they've had some mistakes here and there. They've turned the ball over 3 times, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble. And they've got to go back to what has made them successful so far here today. They've got to keep pounding the rock. They want to stay on schedule, getting those 3, 4, 5 yard runs on first and second down.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Beck, we got to stop the 5-yard penalties that have really hurt their drives as well going forward.
Here's Tapia. He's going to hand this one up, and there's nothing there for Bosky as he stopped around the line of scrimmage. He has not really been able to break out. We've said his name a few times. But this interior defensive line for Freeport really playing well here in the second and third quarters.
Yeah, I think the energy has just changed. Momentum's changed a little bit here. Freeport's playing a little quicker on the defensive line and again, kind of getting these big stops early in the drive.
2 receivers in formation. Freeport has 9 men, and this is a bad snap on the ground, and it's going to be Freeport ball as Tapia just kind of had that one in his hand. I think it might have stayed on his hand. It almost looked like it was sticky that time, and he just put that one on the ground with really no pressure in his face, and another turnover for this Belvidere North offense.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a missed snap a little bit, Trevor, right? But it didn't feel like he had any possession of the ball there when he made the pitch out of that toss there. And again, Freeport interior lineman getting off the ball and making a play, and Freeport's got the ball back in less than 30 seconds.
Looks like they're going with some speed and energy here for Freeport. Woker in formation. This one's going to be handed off up the middle, and he has swallowed up nothing there that time on the first down carry. And Luke, what made them successful last time out, some outside plays. They found some success through the air, really struggling to run it still. But if you're Freeport, you might want to go back to that passing game early and often on this drive.
Yeah, I was kind of a little bit surprised that he came out with that type of play there, just because, again, the momentum had changed. Maybe kind of take a chance there in the passing game on a big play early in the drive. But, again, a positive play there going forward on first down, though.
Woker under center. And we're going to have a false start by Freeport, not what you want to see, as that'll wipe out the positive yardage and set them back to 2nd and now 13 here on offense.
Mental mistakes so far, right, Trevor, on both teams. And, again, these have hurt drives. Obviously, Freeport made up for it with some big plays last drive. But, again, you just can't have success when you're giving yourself 2nd and 13 or 3rd and long at this level. And that's kind of what both schools are doing in this game today.
Following the penalty, 2nd and 13 from the 44. Clock at around 3.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. This one's going to be handed off up the middle. Some space out there for Werner. As forward progress will get him back to the line of the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 10 here from the 41.
The original line of scrimmage.
And you got to be thinking that the Pretzels offense is going to go back to the air right here on 3rd and long.
Yeah, I kind of like that slant play they've kind of hit a couple times now, right? They've had a couple, just across the middle a little bit, but that's going to be up to the offensive line, giving Woker a couple of seconds here to make a play. When he's had time, he's had some big plays here in the third quarter, but the pressure here gets him off his spots, and he's been a little inaccurate after that.
5-step drop, looking, swinging it out wide. Some space for Summers trying to get to the edge, and he'll gain 6 yards on that play. A nice pass play to get back some yardage. And what that tells me right there, Luke, is that this offensive coaching staff for Freeport is definitely going to be going for it here on 4th down.
100%, Trevor. I think the play there was perfect for them. You cut it from 3rd and 8 to half that to 4th and 4 now to give yourself a chance to be a manageable 4th down. So I think they were definitely going with a 4-down territory early in the quarter here to try to get this game tied.
Woker gets the call in from the sideline. Everybody in tight here towards the right hash mark. Woker under center, man in motion is Epps. Woker with the snap. He's going to hand this one off to Werner. Werner trying to get to the outside. We've got a flag back down around the line of scrimmage. He will pick up the first, but we've got to check the flag. As looks like we're going to have yet another illegal formation penalty here in this one, as that's going to wipe out a 1st down run by Werner, and it'll be back to 4th and 9 here following the penalty.
illegal shift if the play continues.
Yeah, that's another penalty that just is going to – you're going to go back and say what if here, right? If you don't get a first down here, or if they end up punting it now. Because, again, Werner with a great effort there. It was a one-on-one play, makes the guy miss and gets the first down. Now you're looking at 4th and long. And it's just, again, you're hurting yourselves by having these mental mistakes.
Now we'll see what Freeport wants to do here. There's some discussion over on the sideline. We are under 2 minutes now to go here in the third quarter, and some confusion, and looks like Freeport might be forced to call a timeout, and they are looking over to the sideline. Indeed they will. So first timeout of the half for Freeport. You're watching high school football here on Clutch Sports Media 815, presented by Exit Realty. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none. And we're back here. Looks like Freeport's going to go for it. Down 7 here towards the end of the third quarter. As Woker under center, back to pass, 5-step drop, flushed out to the left, now drives it down the field. He's got a man open, and it falls incomplete. Zachary Matz almost had it, got turned around, got his right hand on it, and looks like he is down. Maybe he twisted an ankle trying to find that one in the air, as they will take a look at him over there on the sideline, and we'll take a break while that happens. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. So up off on his own power, Zachary Matz. Hopefully he'll be okay. Might have been a cramp. That's what we're hoping. But a fourth down play falls incomplete for Freeport. So Belvidere North going to take over now as the ball on the 40-yard line. Let's see if they can get anything going. They have been struggling here ever since that touchdown in the second quarter, as it's going to be an offsides by Werner. He got fooled by the hard count that time.
Thunder will take it from the 45.
Looking on that defensive formation that timeout, Luke. Obviously that play did not count, but it looks like Freeport has brought just about everybody into the box. Nobody more than 5 or 6 yards beyond the line of scrimmage here.
Yeah, safeties are down, corners are in. Agree, Trevor. They are trying to take away this interior run here by North, and again, put them in spots where they have to get outside the box a little bit.
Everybody in tight. Roman in motion. This one's going to be a handoff up the middle and some space for Dinsmore as he's going to pick up the first down on that first down play. He gains 6 across midfield. Ball at the 49. And a first down here for Belvidere North.
Yeah, Dinsmore making a guy miss, and the next thing you know, it's a 6-7 yard carry with the penalties, a first down, and now you're looking to get under a minute in the third. You know, and this quarter's went by quick here, and now you're just shortening this game up even more.
And same formation, everybody in tight here for Belvidere North. Roman in motion, now resets. As Tapia checks at the line. Here's Roman in motion once again, and Tapia is going to pull this one. He's got some space. He's out in front. One man behind him. He's not going to catch him, and a touchdown. Nicholas Tapia, a game changer as he goes 49 yards and a touchdown here for Belvidere North as they extend their lead 20-7 here towards the end of the third quarter.
And that's the one thing that could happen is when you bring everybody in the box and you fall for that fake, you fall for that front guy all day, and Tapia keeps it. He's shown it all day here athletic. He can be out in the open, and he just put another one on the board.
So a touchdown run for Nicholas Tapia as the point after is good. So score up to 21-7. Belvidere North over Freeport. His second of the day, Nicholas Tapia running the ball. First one was that short carry in the first quarter. This time, a big-time run going more than 40 yards on that touchdown run. A great fake set him up for the touchdown. And Belvidere North now with a 2-score lead as their defense is going to come out and try to hold Freeport down once again. So, Luke, 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Freeport has had some success through the air. But it looks like they're going to have to go to that even more frequently now, down 2 touchdowns. And with the way that the rush defense is playing here for Belvidere North, I think that's what the coaching staff has to go to here.
Yeah, going to definitely have to keep opening up that passing game here. And honestly, Trevor, the kickoff return for them has been the issue here as well. So they need to get some guys up more front here and make this play to keep the ball. But, yeah, I think offensively they're going to have to open up that passing attack even more.
So 2 men back deep for Freeport. We have only seen them kick it deep once, Belvidere North. Past few times have been those little squibs or onside. As this one is once again going to be kicked, and it is going to go out of bounds. A smart play, bit dangerous by the return man for Freeport, as Belvidere North almost was able to catch up to that one. But a break for Freeport as that one skips out of bounds, and again, Freeport's going to come out on offense with excellent field position here for their next drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, maybe with trying to get it to the quarter, you might run something here kind of up the middle with Werner or anything like that. But I think once that fourth quarter starts, Trevor, they're going to have to reopen that passing game, get Walker kind of more involved, maybe with a little, rollouts, things like that to try to get him in the open. But that playbook's got to kind of get expanded here in the fourth, down 2 scores.
Ball on the 49. Here's Walker, and he is going to hand this one off on the reverse. Some space out wide towards the left sideline as Dion Woodall able to bring that one across midfield out near the first down marker. He's going to be a couple yards shy as they'll spot that one at the 44-yard line. So 2nd and 3 upcoming.
That was one of the plays they ran a few times in the first half with no success. But that time the receivers on that side had some great blocks out front of them and got a nice little 7-yard carry to start the drive.
Enough time for one more play here in the third quarter. Clock winding down. Woker under center, and they will let it run out. So after 3, Belvidere North on top of Freeport 21-7 as Freeport is driving across midfield trying to stay in this one. You're watching Nic-10 High School football here on Clutch Sports Media 815, presented by Exit Realty. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. And we are back here at Milt Brown Stadium, where Belvidere North is on top of Freeport 21-7. Freeport has the ball, 2nd and 4. Here is an interior handoff to Werner. Werner, he's going to get positive yardage. Forward progress, he's going to be about a half-yard shy of the first down marker. So 3rd and 1 upcoming here for Freeport.
Yeah, good start here again. 2 positive plays here offensively for Freeport. Just want to get this converted here on 3rd down, and then you kind of change things a little bit here with as we get to the 4th quarter going. And try to get Walker kind of more involved in that passing game. But just convert the 1st down here and get back to, having 3 more plays to keep going.
2 receivers to the bottom of the formation. Jalen Campbell in the slot. Here's going to be another handoff up the middle. Big-time space for Ben Summers. Summers dragged down near the 15-yard line. A big-time run here for Freeport coming out on 3rd and 1 as they get into the red zone for the 2nd time here today. Last time they were able to punch it in for a touchdown.
So, Trevor, I think the success Freeport's having is they've kind of brought their formations with more receivers, and they've had more space, and they've taken these guys out from Belvidere North's defense out of the box as well, and I think they're having more success because they're guys more in the open, and that way these little halfback dives and that have gotten big plays because there's less people there to block and everybody in there. So I like the game plan adjustments here by Freeport, and again having more success offensively.
1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line. Here is Woker. He's going to hand this one up the middle. Number 24, Brayson Whitty on the carry. Going to gain 2 yards on that 1st down run.
So then they went in tight formation there. They got 2 yards, right? Good 2-3 yard carry there. But, again, just want to see them kind of space out their formations and have that open field opportunity for them.
Down to the 13.
I gave him 3 on that carry officially, so 2nd and 7 now. Freeport trying to get a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Just underway here in the 4th quarter. Here's the snap to Woker, and this one's going to be handoff on the reverse. In space is Werner. Werner is going to be dragged down around the 11-yard line. A lot of running that time for just a couple of yards gain. Good tackling on the perimeter for Belvidere North once again. But Freeport now with a 3rd and manageable. And once again, Luke, I think this is going to be 4-down territory for the Pretzels offense.
Yeah, 4-down territory here, Trevor. And able to run the ball here, too, because it's 3rd and manageable here. And trying to, again, space out the field and have Werner make a play for him here. And then obviously see where you're at on 4th down.
Walker lining up under center. 1 man in formation out wide. That's Davion Douglas at the receiver position. Here's Walker. He's looking that way. Had him for a second. Now going to roll out to the left. He's got a lot of space. Walker makes a cut, and he is tackled down near the 5-yard line. Jaime Bosky with a touchdown-saving tackle near the goal line as Freeport able to pick up the 1st down. Now 1st and goal.
Yeah, Walker making that play on his own there. Great coverage by the defensive backs there by North, but Walker just being an athlete, go ahead and make a play. I'd like something similar here on 1st down as we get into 1st and goal. Is kind of getting on the outside and make a play himself.
Freeport now at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal here, trying to score a touchdown, trying to stay in this game. They're down by 2 scores. Walker under center. This one is going to be handed off up the middle to Werner. Werner still churning, still fighting, and he's going to gain a yard on that carry. 2nd down, now and goal.
No, Werner's having a great game on both sides of the field here as a running back and obviously as a probably linebacker for the defensive side too. And hats off to him, man. He's playing hard today.
Time for trench play here on both ends as Freeport trying to punch this one in, trying to get their second touchdown of the half. Belvidere North trying to make a goal line stand here down in their own end. Woker under center. This one's going to be another handoff up the middle and in 4-6 touchdown. Denarius Epps. Number 8, Ben Summers, as they score once again here in the second half. And Freeport marches down. They score. They bring this back to a one-score ball game. Still 8 minutes left to play here in the fourth.
Great response there by Freeport coming back after that possession there. And again, just being able to get some open spaces and have some big carries there. And now I think it looks like maybe going for 2 here might be look like Trevor. Looks like they're coming back with Woker in the huddle here.
Yeah, it looks like they might be doing that indeed. As there's some discussion.
May stay on for a 2-point attempt.
As the referee and line judge discussing where the ball should be spotted. Here on this 2-point attempt, of course, the offense can choose which side of the field they can do. So they're going to line this one up on the right hash. And indeed, Freeport's going to go for 2 here as they try to put this to a 6-point ball game. Woker under center. He's going to take this one and hand it off to the outside. Woodall trying to get in there, and he is going to convert. A tough run that time by Dion Woodall, and this one is a 6-point ball game. 21-15, Belvidere North on top. They have got to respond here as they have yet to score in this.
Freeport 15, Belvidere North 21.
Got some analytics on that one there, Trevor. They tell you to go for 2 if you're down 14. You give yourself a 1-score game. Obviously now the touchdown, if they get the ball back, it's a tie, an extra point wins you the game. So a little bit of coaching strategy there. I like it. Again, Freeport coming as the underdog going in, and they're playing hard, and they've been making this a great game here in the second half because offensively they've gotten things going, and their defensive side's been steady too here. But gotta get off the field though, because North, as we've seen all earlier in the game, can run a possession for 4 or 5 minutes.
Freeport's defense has been stingy. Of course, Belvidere North was able to pick up a touchdown here in the second half. But so far, Freeport outscoring Belvidere North 15-7 here in the second half. They're in this one, and we are tuned up for a very exciting finish here as Belvidere North trying to score here on this drive. Freeport trying to play well on defense once again as they try to pull out this victory on the road. Freeport set to kick it off after the touchdown and 2-point conversion, and looks like there's going to be a false start as one of the gunners was about a half yard in front of the kicker. You can see that from up here. Players looking towards the sideline, questioning what was going on, but that was a pretty clear false start that time, or offsides rather, as that'll back them up a further 5 yards.
Yeah, they got going there a little bit, and interesting to see here if these are like a onside kick type style here for Freeport. Try to get the ball back as soon as they can and try to take the lead here late in the game. But, special teams here have been big on both sides.
Rachel Busker back to kick this one off once again. And we're going to have yet another penalty as like that might be the same call once again.
5 more.
And yes, indeed, another offsides penalty, so twice in a row. And another special teams gaffe here for Freeport. As they're going to be forced to kick this ball off near the 30-yard line. Return men creeping ever so further upfield for Belvidere North, as they might have excellent field position here depending on what Freeport can do. So you're going to kick this one off, and it is going to be recovered by Freeport on the sideline as Denarius Epps able to scoop that one up before that one went out of bounds. And Freeport takes over on offense once again. And after special teams mistakes early in this one, their special teams effort has made the difference as they have a shot to go down and take the lead or tie this one up.
Yeah, that was an outstanding kick there by Rachel as well. Put it out there, and they go out and make a play and get the ball back. Again, momentum all in their favor here. Just want to see some positive plays here early in this drive for Freeport.
Woker under center. Momentum has shifted entirely in the favor of Freeport. There's a handoff up the middle and a nice run on first down by Ben Summers as he picks up 5 yards on the first down carry as we tick under 8 minutes here in this fourth quarter.
No, and this is where both teams all game, if they allow that play clock to come down, every snap, they're taking 25, 30 seconds off. So, I mean, this is going to get shorter and shorter for both teams here real quick, Trevor, because of the style they both play.
3 players out wide, 2 on the top of the formation. There's going to be a handoff up the middle as Werner gets tackled right around the line of scrimmage. I'm going to say he got a couple of yards. He was contacted near the line of scrimmage, but the big, strong running back able to keep the legs churning. And a 3rd and short, and once again, this is surely 4-down territory for Freeport.
Yeah, I like Werner again here, but I like spacing. I think they're just, when you take less guys in the box, your lineman can make that initial block and pick up the linebackers as well. So I hope to see Freeport go to the 2 wide receivers on both sides, kind of been more successful in the second half.
Walker coming out on offense. Looks like Freeport's going to go with that tight formation. 2 receivers, 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Here's going to be the handoff wide to Werner. Werner trying to make some space. He gets by 1 man and past the first down line as the crowd and sideline really playing with some energy here for the Pretzels as they move down even closer. Ball inside the 35-yard line. Spotted at the 33. Here's Freeport on the move once again as they try to tie this one up with a touchdown and perhaps take the lead.
Yeah, Werner's just been that guy today. Again, that's a one-on-one matchup, and he made a guy miss, and next thing you know, he's got a 10, 12-yard carry.
Walker under center. Takes a snap, another interior handoff to Summers. Summers breaks free, runs over a man, and all the way down to the 15-yard line, running hard as Ben Summers bowls over the tackler, picks up those extra 2 yards on the carry, and Freeport back inside the red zone.
Yeah, Summers been a difference maker as well the second half. 2 big carries for them, running hard. He lowered that shoulder with authority there and finished that play nicely for the Freeport.
So again, inside the red zone here for Freeport. They are really playing on the front foot here in the fourth quarter following the recovery on the onside kick. Running a man on field. They were 1 short. That is Dion Woodall getting set in formation. Now Walker calms it down under center. And the ball is on the turf. And looks like Freeport able to fall on that one. Disaster is avoided. As Dion Woodall, the man who ran in last second, able to jump on top of that one. So a loss of 1 on the play. Still 2nd down and 11 inside the red zone here for Freeport.
I don't think a timeout would have been a bad idea there, Trevor. I know you want to keep them, obviously, this late in the game and a tight score, but just to get your guys back under control there with somebody running on that late, maybe taking one there wouldn't have been a bad idea, just to resettle everybody after that big play.
So following the loss of yardage on the spot snap recovery for Freeport, here are the Pretzels, 3 receivers in formation. Might have had an offsides, no flag. I see Werner has it, keeps his feet, runs hard down inside the 10. He's going to be 2 yards shy of the first down marker. 3rd and 2 upcoming here for the Pretzels. And we're going to have an injury timeout for Belvidere North. Can't quite get the number, but we will take this opportunity to step away for a moment while they look at him on the sideline. You're watching Nic-10 High School Football here on Clutch Sports Media 815, presented by. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to shoot for your goals as they provide independent financial guidance for the life you want to live. Elevate your game both on and off the court with reliable financial guidance from Waterside Financial Advisors. Go Vikings! Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. And we are back here to Milt Brown Stadium where Belvidere North holds a 6-point lead, but Freeport has the ball and driving there inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3 from the 8 as the Belvidere North player still getting some treatment over there on the sideline And Luke, if you're head coach Anthony Dedman and this Freeport offense, you've been really successful here in the second half as they try to punch this one in. They've got some options here. We've seen them do it through the air. We've seen them do it on the ground, especially this drive with Cameron Werner and Ben Summers.
Yeah, with this yardage, I wouldn't mind seeing a Summers kind of sweep here just because a little bit bigger body can kind of maybe finish that run falling forward. But Werner's obviously been really good here in the second half as well. But one of those two guys are going to get the ball here. I see that for sure.
So Woker under center. This one is going to be handed off up the middle.
The ball carrier.
Summers had it. Not sure how many yards he got. Like they're going to say he got a yard, so 1 yard shy of the first down, and a huge fourth down upcoming here for both sides. Freeport trying to convert, Belvidere North trying to make a stand.
Yeah, like Summers again. I just think the bigger body here, Trevor, if he gets hit, he can kind of fall forward a little bit. Obviously, Werner in space is difference maker, but this is helmet-on-helmet football, and see who can win the line of scrimmage here.
Crowd making a lot of noise. Woker under center. This one's going to be handed off. Almost stopped, but Werner able to get there. Ball comes down, and it looks like they're going to say that he was on the turf. So no fumble recovery. And let's see where the spot is. They're going to say it's at the 4-yard line. So a first down for Freeport as the crowd over that have traveled from there are making tons of noise as Freeport's on the edge of tying this one, and they'll have a shot to perhaps take the lead if they can get this touchdown.
Yeah, Werner again making somebody miss. You know, he had contact behind the line of scrimmage, was able to get through and be shifty, and that's all on Werner. He is running hard the second half and making a lot of runs fall forward.
Here is the touch, and here's a run to the outside, and this one's gonna get in. Cameron Werner, touchdown Freeport. They tie it up. They have a chance to take the lead with the extra point right here.
Love the strategy here by Freeport late in the drive. One's their best player. Let's give him the ball and let him make plays, and that's what he's done consistently. Summers put him down there, but Werner got him over the distance there, and a chance now to take the lead here.
So a touchdown run by Cameron Werner, a big-time player on that drive, as this one's 21 all. Again, Freeport converted the 2-point conversion earlier in the fourth quarter. Now they've got a chance to take the lead if they can convert this extra point attempt right here. Krzemski in formation, and we're going to have a timeout. And it looks like we might have had a stoppage, perhaps for a penalty, waiting to see what the call is down on the field.
Penalties against Belvidere North, offsides.
Going to say offsides for Belvidere North. Again, not going to change the strategy. You just need the 1 point here to take the lead. Freeport, Belvidere North tied 21 all. 2 touchdowns here in this fourth quarter and a critical extra point. Here's Szyminski for the lead. Snap down, kick up, and it is no good. Might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it is going to be remaining tied. So drama all around here in the fourth quarter. They do tie it up, but cannot take the lead as special teams plays yet another critical role as we head down in 3.5 minutes left to play. Ball game tied, Belvidere North getting set to receive here on this kickoff.
No, great response there on that extra point. Just because, again, you give them the tying score, you can kind of be in your emotions, kind of pile a little bit. But North coming in with a big block there, again, keeping the game tied and now getting the ball and see what they can do offensively.
So, again, tied after all that drama, 21 all here late in the fourth quarter. 2 touchdowns in this fourth quarter by Freeport. 3 in the second half after doing nothing on offense in that first half. Luke, you think back to it, I think they have more touchdowns in the second half than they did positive plays in the first half.
Positive plays for sure, first down. So, again, great game change plan by the coaching staff at halftime. And then Werner and Summers have just been outstanding here, running with a little extra effort here in the second half and getting themselves to a tie ball game here.
So a last time out for this Freeport special teams unit. Let's see what they have in store here. This one's going to be kicked away towards the sideline, and that one's going to go out of bounds. So great field position here for Belvidere North. So they have 3 timeouts still, Luke. 3.5 minutes left to go. There's still plenty of time, especially with excellent field position. We know that Coach Beck and this Belvidere North coaching staff, they trust their special teams. They certainly have some time, but we'll see what this Freeport defense can do, as they have had some success stopping the run here. So it's going to be a very, very exciting finish to this one.
Yeah, I think offensively they don't have to do anything different just yet. But the 3 timeouts, they're able to line up and still do some smash mouth football and try to get some first downs early in this drive.
So Tapia now in formation under center. Resetting. And this one's going to be handed off up the middle. No, it's going to be kept by Tapia. Tapia trying to get to the outside, and he's going to gain 6 yards on that carry. Nice run that time on first down by the senior running back. I'm sure you can hear the Belvidere North crowd making plenty of noise, as they are really making some noise here in this fourth quarter, trying to wheel their team on to victory.
Yeah, Freeport defensively here, you just want to make stops in bounds as well. Obviously want to continue to make this a longer drive for them, but making that first initial tackle is huge here for the Freeport defense.
2nd and 4 here for Belvidere North. Tapia under center. This one is going to be kept by him once again, trying to get the edge. He's out across the first down marker. And a nice run that time on 2nd down to pick up the first down. Clock inside 3 minutes here for Belvidere North.
Tackle by number 10, Dion Woodall.
Again, 3 timeouts still for Belvidere North as they try to get in position to win this ball game. Under 2.5 to go. Ball game tied 21-all. Here's Belvidere North in formation. Tapia checks at the line. Roman resets. This one is going to be a handoff up the middle. And not a whole lot doing. Dinsmore just 2 yards on that carry.
Number 8, Summers on the tackle.
Now under 2 minutes, though, Trevor, you want to see a little more pace of play here by Belvidere North. I think they're just being a little too conscious of this. Obviously, you don't want to have a turnover here, but just want to be able to get in position and try to win the game here. And they just want to kind of speed things up maybe a little bit here as they get to the line of scrimmage.
Clock under 2 minutes. Here's Tapia under center. Bucher in motion, now resets to his position. Tapia is going to take this one, and some miscommunication between him and the ball's on the ground, and Freeport might have it, waiting for the signal, and they do. Another turnover by this Belvidere North offense, the 5th one of the ball game, and Freeport now have an opportunity to go down and win this one here with 1:20 left to play in the 4th.
Yeah, again, just miscommunication, being undisciplined a little bit by North here. Has really just come back. Even we talked about it in the first half, and we were up 14-0. It kind of gets pressure under the rug a little bit. But when it's 21-21 now, just need to be a little bit more disciplined, and they haven't been in the second half, and has allowed Freeport to get back in the game.
So here are Freeport now on offense. And we're going to have a false start by Freeport. Not what you want to see.
False start against Freeport.
Going to back them up 5 yards. Still great field position.
Foul, back them up 5.
As it'll be 1st and 15. And apologies for any audio interference. This Belvidere North faithful really making a lot of noise. Shifting these bleachers up and down. They've shown out well. Trying to keep this ball game tied is Belvidere North. Here's Woker under center. 3 receivers in formation. This one is going to be handed out wide over to Werner. Werner trying to find some space, but not a whole lot there. We're going to say they wind the clock, and we'll see what these coaching staffs want to do, Luke, as we creep ever closer to overtime. Doesn't seem like Freeport's playing with a lot of urgency, and we're going to have a timeout for Belvidere North, as they want to think about perhaps forcing a 4th down and maybe a punt. as we'll take one final break here before the end of this one. You're watching high school football here on Clutch Sports Media 815, presented by Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. 2nd and 16 here. Here's Freeport. Rolling out to the left is Woker, throwing that one downfield, and that one falls incomplete as he was pressured very almost instantly following the snap. And danger is avoided as Woker was able to get rid of that one.
Yeah, I think Freeport here needs Trevor should just get a run play and make North either take a timeout or we get it under obviously 30 seconds roughly for a punt. But I think if you're Freeport, going to overtime is where you want to head to and give yourself a chance to win there.
Freeport dialing up the play call. 3rd and 16. Both teams 2 timeouts. We'll see what Belvidere North wants to do here. Woker under center. He'll take this one, and that one almost fumbled. Now throws it, intercepted on the run back. Here's Belvidere North going down Logan Von Chan, and he'll be knocked out of bounds around the 10-yard line. A game changer, and just like that, Belvidere North has an opportunity to win this ball game in regulation.
Yeah, that initial pressure, obviously the bumbled snap there, but Woker just, again, trying to do something out of his realm there, get things going, and he ends up throwing a turnover there, and now North has a great chance to try to end this one in regulation.
And great field position. We do have a flag down on the run back. Let's see what the call is going to be. Could impact things, as better field position would be critical for both sides. And they're going to say it is going to go against Belvidere North on the run back. Might have been a block in the back. So they're going to walk this back to the 31, and that might knock them just outside of field goal range, depending on how good you feel about your kicker. So obviously the turnover critical, but the penalty could prove costly. Here's Belvidere North now. It's still 2 timeouts, under a minute to play here in this one. Ball game tied 21-21 following the interception. Here is Tapia under center. He's going to take this one, and he'll hand it off up the middle. Not a lot for Dinsmore, as a timeout is going to be called by Belvidere North.
On the tackle, timeout. 66 Freeman on the tackle.
Yes, indeed.
Timeout, Blue Thunder.
So, Luke, turnovers. By our count, 9 turnovers in this one, 4 from Freeport, 5 from Belvidere North. And wouldn't you know it, Belvidere North chance to win this ball game. But again, that penalty on the run back could prove costly. We've seen some great kickers from Belvidere North over the past couple of years, but you would love those extra 5-10 yards here to try to set them up for a game-winning field goal try.
Yeah, the return got them back with I think they were inside the 15, right? So you pushed it back to the 30. Trevor, those 15 yards are huge because, again, the high school kicker, they don't always necessarily know their range a little bit, but just trying to get in there and get that field goal to possibly win the game. Obviously, late in the, under a minute left to go. But again, now North has to try to do something they're not really used to doing, and that's playing with a little more speed to the outside with 1 timeout left. We don't know where they're at in the range, but I think they're probably teetering at right now and need to find a way to get some big plays here to get this a little bit closer.
So ball on the 29-yard line, 2nd and 8. 1 timeout left for Belvidere North, 2 for Freeport. Of course, if you're in this range, you're not likely to call a timeout if you're Freeport, depending on what the situation entails. You've got to save one of those in your back pocket to perhaps freeze the kicker, so to speak. But Belvidere North in a great spot to perhaps win this ball game. They love as many yards as they can get here. Still plenty of time to run a couple of plays, maybe get down there and spike it. So we'll see what the coaching staff for Belvidere North has in stall right here. Again, 2nd and 8. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. Tapia under center as the crowd goes quiet. As another pitch out wide and some space towards the sideline. And a great tackle down there in space by Eric Roman makes a play. It's been kind of quiet here after the first quarter. And we're going to have an injured player for Freeport back around the line of scrimmage. So a big break for Belvidere North, as that is going to force Freeport to use a timeout. And Belvidere North can save their last one in their pocket.
Yeah, those were the plays we've seen in the first half that kind of got them out going. Was a little bit of toss there. And like you said, 20 there with a great run and making the guy miss to extend that play. As we have a Freeport Pretzel down here. But that's the play that gets you back in the range now for your kicker to possibly make a big field goal.
Yeah, and number 20, of course, Eric Roman. You know, we called his name quite a bit in that first half of action. But really, you know, Luke, since the second quarter, we haven't said his report has really keyed in on him here late in the fourth quarter. Now steps up, of course, one of their longtime players. We saw him at the varsity level last year, still a junior, so he's still got this year and next. So clearly a very talented football player. Makes a big play to get the Belvidere North squad inside the red zone as they try to win this one in regulation. 1st and 10 from the 17. Tapia under center. This one is going to be pitched to Roman once again. Roman coming towards the sideline, and he is going to get in, but we do have a flag. Touchdown for the moment for Eric Roman. Let's see what the call is going to be. And it is going to be a holding penalty against Belvidere North, wiping that out, as that would have perhaps done it, as that'll back him up 10 yards from the spot, and a big break for Freeport right there.
Yeah, I just watching the play here is on where we're at in the booth here on this sideline, and I'm like, man, he had to have stepped out, but didn't, kept his balance there, made a great run, obviously nullified by the penalty. But again, now this is a self-inflicted wound here by Belvidere North and pushing themselves again close range here with about 12 seconds left.
1st and 10 from the 17. Clock is winding. Don't know if they realize it. Tapia going to go for the win right here. The turf incomplete. Belvidere North receivers looking for a flag. They're not going to get one. And now 4 seconds left to go. They're going to have to send their field goal unit out. So going to the air. The last offensive play of regulation falls incomplete. And special teams will be the decider in that regulation.
Alan Perez on the field for the field goal attempt.
Alan Perez going to kick it, number 33. Freeport trying to get some pressure. And we're going to have a timeout for Freeport. They're going to try to ice him. Of course, Luke, we saw a couple of years ago, Alan Perez came on against Boylan to hit a big kick that ended up being the game winner against the Titans right here at this stadium 2 years ago to win this one in regulation. 4 seconds left. You're hoping for no penalties if you're Freeport, as Belvidere North trying to win this one.
Yeah, the pressure here, you're just trying to, not set up a penalty to make it closer for a re-kick. But that's just been huge so far with special teams on both sides. But Perez with a great leg, like you said, 2 years ago, won a huge game against Boylan here. Be interested to see where this is at. But, man, what a game. What a comeback by Freeport. And, again, some self-things that both teams want to clean up. But final down, you can't ask for a better game on a Saturday afternoon.
I got 4 seconds left. Crowd silent now as they hope their team can win this one. Alan Perez, the ball will be kicked from around the 31-yard line, so 41 yards on the kick. Ball down, kick up. Kick is going to sail wide, incomplete, and we will head to overtime here at Belvidere North High School. Might have had the distance, just pulled it a little bit too far. So 21-all is the score, and we will reset here at Belvidere North High School.
Each team will get a possession.
We'll hear a listen here from the PA announcer. Make sure we're all on the same page here for overtime rules.
Line.
So, Luke, just a fantastic regular part of this game, now going into overtime. Couldn't ask for a better ending here at this one. It's been a fantastic game, a great fourth quarter comeback by Freeport. Just couldn't finish off that extra point. Both teams missing kicks, in fact. That might have been a game winner. Instead, now we reset to 0 as both squads will get a possession at the 10-yard line. They'll try to score in the first overtime, and we'll go from there for both sides here as we head into extra time here on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon.
I think deep down inside, Trevor, I think both teams are glad special teams are over here besides extra points or field goals, obviously. But I think setting the tone here, obviously the strategy here, right, if you win the toss is you go defense first. So that way if you get a stop, you just if you score, you win. And then obviously with North having the ball first here, they're going to have to get a stop if they score. And there's only 4 downs. They'll be first and goal from the 10 here. So, I think North will feel comfortable because they're able to run that tight formation and have their success inside the goal line. But seeing Freeport get a stop here and just seeing if they can get it, get the ball back and win on their side of the ball here.
Tapia going to be under center as the crowd is silent. Here's going to be a handoff wide. This one to Roman. Roman stays alive. He gets a couple of extra on that run. He'll get 6. Correction, he'll get 4 on that first down carry. Second and goal from the 6-yard line. Good run there on first down for Belvidere North as they get a couple more like that, they'll be in the end zone.
Yeah, good start there in overtime by Belvidere North. The one thing that, again, has hurt both teams are penalties here. So you just want to avoid those. Keep seeing the positive plays here as we're second and goal from the 6. But, again, North just is their comfort zone here. Tight formations and just hitting these guys helmet to helmet.
Tapia once again under center. He's going to throw this one, looking out wide, and almost caught that time. Would have been a great one-handed reception. Instead, it falls incomplete. And now, Luke, it's going to be 3rd and 6, and that's a bit atypical for Belvidere North. We would have thought coming down here it was going to be run, and see what happens. Instead, they try to go to the air, and now they're going to be set up 3rd and goal from the 6.
Yeah, I agree with you, Trevor. I'm kind of confused on the play call there. You just got 4 off the pop here on the first down play. I'd go right back to 20 and have him, Roman just come in and have that powerhouse and get one in over the end zone here.
The 3rd and goal here from the 6-yard line. First possession of overtime. This one is going to be kept by Tapia, and he will reach across. Touchdown, Belvidere North. Nicholas Tapia gets his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, and that puts up Belvidere North on top here in overtime as the senior quarterback able to pull that one in, score the touchdown, and they're an extra point away from extending this lead out to 7.
See, that's the things they've had success with, is that Tapia having the option to keep it or hand off to that front back there, and he's done it again multiple times for, like you said, his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Now Perez trying to extend this lead out to 7, and that one is going to be picked up. Might have been a bad snap and dropped back behind the line, so just 6 points. And again, special teams might come down to making a critical role in this one as Belvidere North cannot convert the extra point. Now they'll need a stop to win this one.
Yeah, again, I guess you said it, Trevor, again, that 3rd asset of the game has just hurt both teams today, and that could, again, be very, very critical here as Freeport has a chance to obviously has to score a touchdown to keep the game alive. But, then you go for their own extra point or maybe possibly just go for 2. Feel more comfortable with just having Walker and Werner and those guys have an opportunity to finish the game if they do score here. But critical mistake there again in overtime by Belvidere North.
So this Freeport offense has been great in the second half. They have 3 touchdowns, trying to score another one here. They're down by 6. If they can get it in an extra point, they would win this one on the road. Trying to get into the end zone here. Here is Walker under center. This one is going to be handed off, and a nice run. Again, almost mirroring what Belvidere North did on their first down play, as Werner picks up just 3 on that one. But as we mentioned, Luke, you get 3 yards and 4 plays. Hey, that's a touchdown here for Freeport. We'll see if they keep this ball on the ground here.
Yeah, Werner Summers had to be the guys involved here, Trevor. They've been their guys the whole second half, and I just don't see it changing. Keep them involved, have success with what they've been doing, and put one in here.
Here is Woker under center as the crowd makes plenty of noise. Woker's going to fumble this one, and he is going to pick it up. And looking for a flag, nothing coming post-snap, as Woker almost got drilled when he was on the ground. But a smart play by the Belvidere North defender to pull up at just the last second. But a 2-yard loss, now 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line, as that sets them back.
Yeah, again, another kind of inflicted wound there for Freeport. We've kind of been saying that quite a bit here throughout this game. And now push them back to where you may have to get the ball in the air to score here.
The 3rd and goal from the 9. Freeport trying to gain some yards here, trying to tie this one up in overtime. Woker under center. He's looking to throw. This one is going to be incomplete, but we have a flag down in the back of the end zone. And looks like it's going to be a pass interference call on the defense. We'll wait to see what the official call is.
Intended for number 13, Douglas.
As it would have been a 3rd down stop. Instead, yes, it's going to be a fresh set of downs, even closer to the end zone here for Freeport. And another penalty that's just been killer all day for Belvidere North. Correction, they do not give them a fresh set of downs. It'll just be 3rd and goal here from the 4-yard line. This one is going to be handed off to the corner and keeping his feet over the goal line, in for a touchdown. Cameron Werner ties this up, and Freeport is an extra point away from winning this ball game on the road.
And Werner just, again, extra effort, Trevor. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe behind the line of scrimmage, and he is breaking tackles and ties. Extra effort again. Werner with a great play there and getting the tie game here.
Cameron Werner, an excellent 4th quarter of football here, as he has been the player of the game for the Pretzels. He really took over here. A couple big runs from a couple of his teammates, but man, what an effort by the senior, putting them back in this ball game. And Freeport, again, an extra point away from winning this ball game, as they are talking about it over on the sideline, as the Freeport player, looks like that's Lenarion Freeman, walking off under his own power to the bench. Well, Luke, comes down to special teams again. It's already the 3rd time here that it's come down to special teams in the last few minutes. Crowd making noise as they try to disrupt this extra point attempt. Freeport trying to win this one on the road, pulling off the upset. 27-all. And we're going to have a timeout or a stoppage. And not sure what the call is. Looks like they're going to say Werner might have an equipment issue. Can't quite tell what the call is from down on the field, but looks like he is forced to come off. So instead of Werner being the holder, it will be Woker, the quarterback.
I believe there was an equipment malfunction.
Rachel Busker trying to win the ball game here for the Pretzels. Snap is good, kick is up, and it is no good under the crossbar. And we are headed to a second overtime. Extra point misses by both squads, and we'll stay tied at 27 all.
Freeport's offense.
As Freeport will come back out here on offense as they try to get a touchdown here. They just scored. So again, they played defense last time. Excuse me, they played defense first last time, now forced to play offense. Maybe a little bit of confusion over there as personnel is being swapped out from both sides. You don't often go to second overtimes here at the high school level.
No, both trying to figure out how the rules flip here, right? Because like you said, Trevor, with Freeport having their defense to start the first overtime, they'll have their ball here in the second overtime to start. As we have a little coaches meeting out there, but that's, just again, want to keep things equal and fair to give both sides a chance to start on defense second, to try to see if they can get stops to win the game here. But man, what an exciting game here. Double overtime. Again, 2 botched field goal attempts there to win the game, and now we're going into the second half here.
And actually, Luke, it looks like they actually performed a second coin toss over there.
I was mistaken. I guess there was another coin flip.
So I thought this was closer to college rules, but apparently they do a second flip for a second overtime, so correction there. And it looks like Belvidere North is going to be on offense once again to start. As we're back in the same situation that we just were a moment ago. And nothing but excitement here in the second half of action here today. So again, we're expecting the ball to be on the ground. Tapia has played well here in overtime. He got that touchdown last time. We'll see if they keep the ball in his hands or if they go to one of their outside wingbacks. Belvidere North once again from the 10. Ball game tied 27 all. First and goal from the 10. Second overtime here at Belvidere North High School. This one is going to be handed off up the middle. And a nice run still going. Is he across? He is not. Oh, I thought the official was coming in to rule a touchdown. Instead, he's going to mark him about a half-yard shy. But a nice run that time by Trent Dinsmore on first down. Set him up second and goal from about the half-yard line.
Yeah, Dinsmore again found a little crease there up the middle and put a couple guys on his back to get that 9-yard carry. Great effort there by Dinsmore.
2nd and 1.
So both teams really going to get down into the trenches here. Here's Tapia, another handoff up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, Trent Dinsmore, as he puts Belvidere North back on top once again, as he picks up a touchdown here in the second overtime, as there's a discussion on the field. We need to see what the call is from the official. And perhaps they're just discussing whether or not to go for 2 or to. Again, I'm unfamiliar with the rules, whether or not they have to go for 2 here in the second overtime. I would assume that is the case, and it does look like the offense is going to stay out there. So Belvidere North tried to extend this now to an 8-point lead. Freeport trying to hold them back and trying to keep this at 6 points right here.
And I do believe the second overtime has to go for the 2 points.
So Belvidere North trying to convert after the touchdown by Dinsmore. This one is going to be a pass rollout to the right, and it is caught, and the conversion is good. So 8 points for the Belvidere North squad, as the 2-point conversion by Nathan Alexander puts Belvidere North on top by 8. Now Freeport needs a touchdown and 2 of their own to stay in this ball game. Belvidere North defense trying to stop them and put an end to this one, as following the touchdown and 2-pointer, they lead 35-27 here at home.
Yeah, Alexander going up and getting that at the high point there. Great effort to come down with that, to get that 2-point conversion here. And now let's see if North can get a stop here and maybe put a little pressure on this Freeport offense early in this drive and get a big play here.
Freeport choosing to have the ball spotted on the right hash. Woker under center. leading this Freeport offense. Man in motion, there's going to be a handoff up the middle, looking for some space. Nothing there as Denarius Epps is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. As Dinsmore, the man who just scored the touchdown, now gets the stop on first down. 2nd and goal from the 10.
See, that's the pressure there that we were seeing in the first half from North's defensive line there, making contact around that line of scrimmage. And that was a great first play here, first stop here by defensive effort by Belvidere North.
No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. Freeport in the 3-receiver set. Woker under center. This one is going to be handed off and stuffed there. Big play by Jaime Bosque to stop him back. Drops him for a 3-yard loss. And now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 13.
Now this is where, again, they had success in the 3rd quarter and early in the 4th with the passing game, and then Werner and Summers went crazy to get this game into overtime. But this time where Woker needs to come up and make a big play here for the Pretzel offense.
Get loud.
3rd and goal from the 13. Crowd really getting into it here. 3-receiver set, and we are going to have a timeout by Belvidere North. And that gives us an opportunity to hear a word from our sponsors. Brian Botcher with Exit Realty. Whether you want to buy or sell, Brian works hard for his clients in Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin. Call 815-378-2170 today. Busy Beaver Tree Care. For exceptional tree services second to none, Busy Beaver Tree Care is your best option. We're a local, family-owned and operated business founded in 2003. We're not satisfied until you are. Seiler Financial, our family helping your family. Listen to 1440 WROK every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for Navigating Retirement with Drew Seiler. Tonight's game is presented by Brian Falk State Farm. Call Brian at 815-398-2552. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Waterside Financial Advisors is teaming up with the Guilford Vikings to bring you more than just a game. Get ready to have a shot. And we are back here at Milt Brown Stadium, Belvidere North High School, where it's 3rd and goal from the 13th. Belvidere North on top, 8 points. They just scored a touchdown, got the 2-pointer here in double overtime. Freeport trying to stay alive. Woker under center, he's looking left, and that one is knocked away. And we've got one more play here in double overtime. A touchdown the Freeport offense needs, as it's 4th and goal from the 13th. Desperation time for both sides, as we have a stoppage.
Sideline warning.
And we got a sideline warning from Belvidere North.
Sideline warning on Freeport.
Excuse me, on Freeport. As I think they were pining for a flag. They did not get one. So it all comes down to this. 4th and goal from the 13-yard line. For that, we will have a timeout. So, Luke, we'll keep it here while the coaching staff wants to talk it over with the Freeport offense. 4th and goal from the 13, double overtime. You got to have a touchdown here. You need the 2-pointer. We've seen a couple of passes. Who are you going to here on this 4th down play?
Woker, I think, within the pylons here, within the seams here, has been way better than the one short that deep ball over there, with just a lot of yards to make that completion for him. And he's been more inside the hash marks and having success there. So I wouldn't mind seeing a type of slant there from either side there, but that's kind of where I would go with his success of where his passes have been today.
And for Belvidere North, they're hoping that their defensive line can get the pressure early. That's when Woker has gotten into some mistakes, as they have been playing on the back foot here in the second half, but now an opportunity to put this ball game away if they can force some pressure here on this quarterback for the Freeport offense. One more play here in this second overtime unless Freeport can stay alive. Belvidere trying to avoid a penalty as well that could extend the game on defense. Freeport lining up with one receiver to the top of the formation. Here's Woker. Takes the snap, looking downfield, and he'll be dropped, and that'll do it. Belvidere North's gonna win the ball game. Noah Rooney comes up big. He gets the sack, and Belvidere North has won this ball game at home. Final score 35-27, an excellent game. And at the end of it, Belvidere North pulls it out here at home against Freeport in double overtime.
Man, what a great play there. Coming out the rush there, making the pressure. Wilker just didn't see him from the blind side. And North escapes with the win, but at the end of the day, they're 2-0. Fighting for that conference title continues. Freeport, an outstanding performance in the second half in overtime. Comes up short. But, man, what a great ball game. What a great second half.
A couple of missed opportunities that could have won the game earlier for both sides. I'm sure both teams will look at this film and be kicking themselves at some opportunities. But like you said, a great second half effort for Freeport. Belvidere North ultimately able to pull it out, overcome a variety of mistakes that were committed. 9 total turnovers, but again, final score at the end of double overtime. Belvidere North victorious here today, 35-27. For Luke Weber, I have been Trevor Larson here on Clutch Sports Media 815. Today's broadcast was presented by Exit Realty. Be sure to give Brian Boucher a call. Again, final score here from Milt Brown Stadium, Belvidere North High School. Belvidere North victorious over the Freeport Pretzels, 35-27. Be sure to follow us on social media platforms at Clutch Sports 815 to see highlights and pictures from today's ball game and ball games that have been played in the past. Again, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your week.